You and Don Lemon's chat. Old. True. That's an old meme. Don is getting 60 in a few weeks. He's evolving from Unk to old head. But the funniest part is the person who played Zach in the original Power Rangers series is 59. He looks young. I saw a video of that yesterday. Walter Emmanuel Jones. So I can find it. The Black Ranger, yes.
Looking up.
Yeah, this is what I saw, but this will work.
Something right now, and I just saw that
he's 59 years old. Him and Don Lemon are the same age.
So I think, especially in Black,
they're the same age. You really caught that guy, Jeffrey Epstein? Good. I heard bad things about him.
You're fucking 55.
I am.
How the fuck 59. Are you 55 and 20 at the same time?
That's beautiful. There it is, right?
Yeah, man.
I'm actually 59. When I was on Power Rangers, I was 26.
You're 59?
Playing 16, yeah.
What year were you born?
I was born in 1966.
That's
insane. On Wikipedia says 70.
I know, because Wikipedia is like right? something other people put up.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So it's not what I put up.
Yeah.
So you're 56.
I was 26 when I did Power Rangers. I'm 59 now.
You're 59 years old.
Yeah, just turned 59.
Another guy who's talking to doesn't listen. He said he was 59 3 times. And he's like, "You're 26." I was like, "You're 56." Like, no, he's 59. He said that like 4 times. Right? Him and Don Lemon are the same age. The same age.
Applause. Goddamn.
Right? I'm 50. I was like, I thought I was good looking good for 50.
Like, he looks
great. Let's go, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You could play a 25-year-old and a 60-year-old, I guess.
That's dope.
Like, legitimately, he could pass for like a 25-year-old. This is like, he's, I think, the youngest older person I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think legitimately he could pass for a maybe not 25, like it's like 20 and 28-year-old, 28, 29-year-old. He was very young, extraordinarily young. Yeah, he's 59 years old here. 59.
I'm trying to grow a little gray hair so I get
a little bit right
so
here.
I get a little respect.
Yeah,
I'm like, hold up, because it's weird to look so young, but I feel blessed.
You have grandkids?
I don't. I waited for a while. So my kids are 18 and 22.
Nice.
Okay. I could have grandkids.
He even has like mid-30s-year-old kids. You know what I mean? He even has like mid-30s, late 30s-year-old kids. Everything about him just screams like 35 maximum. But he's 59 years old. Why did they never bring him back? I think they did from some role. Maybe in Megaforce, I don't remember. Bro, I mean, I just imagine how sick and awesome it is to be a Power Ranger dog. That'd be so freaking cool.
I would, if I had kids when my mom had me, my son would be 36. Crazy.
Yeah, I was just looking. I was like,
the Netflix thing, it doesn't count. No, Megaforce wasn't Netflix. Megaforce was still Disney, I think. No, I don't remember. No, Megaforce was Nickelodeon. Megaforce was Nickelodeon. It was a Nickelodeon series.
No,
maybe it sucked. Right? It sucked. But, you know, it was still there. It was around. I just didn't know Gen Z still got Power Rangers. Oh, Gen Z got Power Rangers. Gen Alpha doesn't. The last Power Rangers series ended, I think, 2 years ago with Cosmic Force. Joe Fury is the best season. I respect that opinion. Also, Dalek, thank you for the 6 months. My favorite season, and in my opinion, the best season, is Dino Thunder. Megaforce had a banger opening, though. you know. Sorry, Megaforce, not Megaforce. Jungle Fury. Jungle Fury had a bigger opening. Megaforce sucked all the way through. It was just bad. Is Japan not continuing the Sentai series? No, it is. Sentai is still continuing in Japan. They have one where like they have like tires on their faces. That was pretty interesting. Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin is the original, you know? You gotta put respect on the original. Sentai's taking a break after tomorrow. Did you like the Dino ones? I like Dino Thunder. They have a lot of Dino series. I guess like Power Rangers, like dog. If you don't have anything to do, make them dinosaurs. Because you had Mighty Morphin, which is the dinosaur series. Because he was the Mastodon in Dino Thunder, or in Mighty Morphin. You had Dino Thunder, you had Dino Charge, and you had yeah. And then you had a lot of ninja ones. You had Ninja Storm, you had Ninja Steel, you had Jungle Fury, which technically they were ninjas. But they were technically monks, I guess. You had SPD was a cop. Oh, SPD was a cop one. You had Wizards for one, which was Mystic Force. You had First Responders for one, which was Time Force were also cops. So you had SPD and Time Force were cops. You had, which was the one where they were first responders? It's on the tip of my tongue. Power Rangers, Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue. That's what it was. I say I know my Power Rangers lore, bro. It is like literally if you my favorite series. That's me at Power Rangers. Oh, you just like cops.
Cookie
You just like cops.
underscore ice underscore cream
One critique
underscore
is
just
Jungle Fury.
subscribe.
Why is there only one Asian dude and the rest were white?
SDABLUTC
That's a completely fair
cookie.
critique. There were no black people, so I had to accept that. You know what I mean? Did you read the comics too? I read some of the comics. Yeah, I read the entirety of the run for Go-Go Power Rangers. I have some of the comics actually. Hold on, I'm gonna grab them real quick. They're over there. These are all my comic books. Let's see. I have a few Power Rangers comic books here. This isn't the one that I've finished the series for. I have Shattered Grid. I have the first Rivals comic book for Marvel Rivals as well. Mighty Morphin #1. Mighty Morphin #2. Ooh, I need to catch up on this. This is Power Rangers Prime. So it's like the absolute universe and the ultimate universe, but for Power Rangers. So it's like an alternate universe. Did I see a little kid recognizing the Black Ranger? Yeah, I did see that. It warmed my heart. The kids will be all right. And then Go-Go Power Rangers. Most of my comic books are Power Rangers. I found a guy on the one by Kyle Higgins. Yes. Well, not Prime, but Kyle Higgins wrote a lot of the Mighty Morphin. Right. So this one is by Kyle Higgins. These two. Guys, Transformers. I doubt. I have a comic book plug on eBay. Right? Because comic books have gotten so expensive. They used to cost like 5 cents for a comic book. And then it went up to 10 cents. Then it went up to 25 cents. Then it went up to 50 cents. And now they're like a couple of dollars, right? For comic books. But there's a guy on eBay that has literally every comic book in existence, basically. And he has a cool deal where like he'll sell you each comic book for like $2. Or you can buy 10 comic books for $10, basically. So $1 comic book. And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because I really wanted to get the first the first edition of every book that I start reading. You know? So I'm not gonna tell you who he is. I'm not thinking my source, but that's where I get all my comic books from. So I think all of these comic books here, like, I think all these comic books here, I probably have like, I don't know, 40 or so. Cost me like 40, 45 bucks. Shipping included. He literally has like almost every comic book. It was crazy. And so, yeah, I have the first few editions of, I have the variant cover for number 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I actually have 2 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is the Rita Repulsa. I think my favorite that I've read so far, Go-Go. I have this Batman one. The cover really cool. Because I bought a lot of comic books as well. Because when I started drawing, I like picking a panel from a comic book and just drawing from it. You know? I also have Absolute Wonder Woman #1. That's what I have. Shattered Grid. I just have Thor #1. I haven't read it yet though, because I'm gonna be real. Thor is not my favorite character to read. Have you read Absolute Batman? I have not caught up yet, but I've read some of it. Oh, and obviously I have the best comic book series ever. The best series ever. Heroes in Crisis. Honestly, you want to see the worst thing ever in the world? This is Zach's haircut on the cover of Go-Go Power Rangers #1 Back to School. Just look at that. Why is his fade so high? Why is his fade so high up? Please, please just look at black people. Heroes in Crisis and Time of King. What, you don't like what they did with Heroes in Crisis? Come on, chat. It's the best series ever. Heroes in Crisis was bad. It was literally if you look in the dictionary for the term character assassination, that comic book will come up for Wally West. No black people's comments is nasty work. Well, I'm sorry, my plug didn't have any black people comments. Also, they should let black people draw. Power Rangers. No milestone. I don't think so. I need to get more books. Oh, this cover looks freaking awesome though. It's one of my favorite Power Rangers covers. This is just from a different series called Power Rangers #9. Because there was like 3 series going on at one time. Or like, not one time, at like different times. And so, this is my biggest beef with comic books, is that, how do you feel about the Lord Draken stuff? I liked it. I just hated that it was so obvious who Lord Draken was, you know? I'm a proponent of like, it should have been a future Billy, hot take. I love Tommy. Tommy is like, he's my favorite character. But I think Tommy gets so much attention. You know what I mean? Or Zach would have been cool. Tommy just gets so much attention that I think giving other characters some shine would be great. And I think, and this is my problem with it, right? Zach is literally in the original series, right? In the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers like TV show and in the comic books, he's more of a rival to Jason, right? If you watch the series before Tommy's even introduced, it's it's Zach and Jason who are rivals, who are vying for like leadership of the team. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And so it would have made sense if it was Zach who was the future villain, right? But I understand Tommy is literally the most popular character in Power Rangers mythos, holistically, right? It's basically the Tommy Oliver show. He comes back in 3 separate series. You feel me? So like, I understand why that he was the choice for Lord Draken, but like I think if Zach was chosen, it would have made sense like as a lead up, because you had some character arcs where you had Zach who was feeling a little bit of resentment towards Jason because Jason was the leader of the team and they butted heads all the time, and so I was like it would make sense, but you feel me? What is your cons? I just passed my limit. It's not a loop, but you are in it. More to come. In what way?
I was about to go get that.
Yo.
Penny.
Open presents, thank you for the 100 gifted. And also, my voice is gone if you couldn't tell. But much appreciated. That's crazy. It is insane, but I do appreciate it. Thoughts on Hickman's X-Men? Should have let him finish, in my opinion. Didn't Hickman leave Marvel for DC? Or think about somebody different? I have a lot of thoughts on the X-Men holistically. I feel like he's still there. Who left Marvel for DC? Who am I thinking about? Tom King? It's not Tom King. There was somebody else. Bendis? Oh, maybe it's Bendis. But also, shout out Tom King. That's my guy. I've only heard good things about Tom King. Cliff, time to cancel Sean. Hey, baby girl. How do you feel about Tom King? Come here. Oh, careful. She's stuck on my collar because she slipped. Come on. Come here. Hey, baby girl. Ugh. Hey, don't bite me. She's mad at me because she's slipping off my leg. She's like, don't let me fall. I'm like, dog, you're the person who's slipping off my leg. Okay. Stop. I'm putting it down. I'm putting it, ow. Stop. You're mean. All right, now you're going down. That was mean, dog. That was not nice. Rah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm joking. How big is she? Too big. So get off my comic books. Oh, I do have Power Man and Iron Fist. He's a black person in a comic book. That counts. Move. Leave it. Go sit down. Go eat your food. Okay, I'm putting my books back up because she keeps stepping on them. Move. Thank you. Ugh. Move. Okay, I'm back. Batman and Iron Fist was still the right got by both Marvel and DC. You know what my favorite X-Men character is? Also, Cookie Dough ice cream for the 5 months, by the way. I missed that. I'll let you guess. Who's my favorite X-Men character?
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist, okay? I live when I believe.
BKHEI_ just subscribed.
Cyclops? Miles ban that person. I don't trust anybody whose favorite character is Cyclops. Real. X-Man? No. Mine's Pyro. Interesting. Rogue? Rogue is cool. X-Men or superhero in general? X-Men. Or X-Men in the X-Men comics. Gambler, Nightcrawler, Gambler. Mine is Manifold. Nightcrawler, it's not Nightcrawler. Legion, Legion's cool. It's not. Toad, that would be sick, wouldn't it? Gonna vote back with our homies. Bishop, even though he's technically a future cop. Bishop is sick. I like Bishop. I don't know if he's my favorite though. Bishop doesn't get as much love as he probably should. Wolverine is not Wolverine. Shaw could play back Black Panther. That would be hilarious. And no, I would not play Black Panther. Roster is huge. Roster is huge. But mostly after the Claremont runner, just riffing on his work and not attempting to do something interesting. Gambit, it's not Gambit. Chinese Africans, how is that gonna work? What do you mean? What does it even come from? Xavier? No, Xavier. I feel the same way about Xavier that I feel about Cyclops. Ban any person whose favorite character is Charles Xavier. Storm ain't shit. Okay. Lay off of Storm. Jean? No, same thing. Jean Grey, Charles Xavier, Cyclops all fit into the same category for me. They all fit into the same category for me. If you like any of those characters, you're wrong. Charles, they're just following orders, Xavier. You did this all like dirty. I support Black women's rights to make bad decisions. Mystique? No, Mystique has her own thing going on. Also, BK, thank you for the 8 months. Toad? It's not Toad, it's Magneto. I was leading you on. Iceman's really cool. I used to love Iceman. But my favorite character is Magneto. Not homophobic. What do you mean? He was my favorite character before. It just used to, yeah, he's not my favorite character anymore. He's still one of my favorite characters. You know who one of my least favorite characters are? Chad? Okay, now do the opposite. Who's my least favorite character? I already kind of gave you a hint with all of the Cable. No, Cable's cool. I will say it's not anybody that I've mentioned so far. Cyclops is pretty high up there. Cyclops is pretty high up there. Honestly, I like Cyclops when like he's not the leader of the team. Honestly, just a hot take. I don't know. Deadpool? No, it's not Deadpool either. It's not Havoc. Not Wolverine. Wolverine's cool. Nightcrawler's cool. I like Nightcrawler. Is it a mutant? Yes. It's Kitty Pryde. Yeah, it is Kitty Pryde. Yeah. Beast is also pretty high up there for my least favorite. But it's Kitty Pryde. Because of the slur. You know it. You know it's because of the slur. Also, I do love for like for most characters, right? You call them like people like we all refer to them by their mutant name. I think outside of maybe like Charles Xavier, like who's calling him like Professor X like that. Some people are, but like nobody's calling Kitty Pryde Shadowcat, dog. Get a better name. Just put her name. Make her name Kitty Pryde, bro. Just call it. Make her name Kitty Pryde. Just do it. We all refer to her as Kitty Pryde anyway. BC's to be tried, yeah. You like Angel, who's also a pedophile. Angel's a pedophile? I don't know much about the Angel lore. Angel's kind of a boring character to me. Except when he became Archangel, I thought that was interesting. And then I just stopped caring about him. They cast a black man as the anti-mutant government guy in the MCU. It's begun. Did they? Did you like Dazzler? I don't have any beef with Dazzler. I like Sunspot. That's the rumor. I think it's a great casting, to be honest. Who is it? I think Lance Reddick would be a fantastic casting. Rest in peace. You like Juggernaut? I don't know. Juggernaut's fine, I guess. He's chill. I don't have any beef with Juggernaut. I like that he's not a mutant. I think that guy adds some variety to the villains of. Okay, new question. Who is my favorite X-Men villain? You're not gonna guess this one. Do you like Gambit? Gambit's show. Not Sabretooth. Magic. Does Magic count? I guess technically. Magic is up to a bunch of random stuff, bro. Onslaught. Ooh, Onslaught's that's a good one. That's a good one. It's not Onslaught. That is a good one though. Not Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister might be my least favorite. The US government. Fair. It's not Omega Red. It's not Victor. It's not Orcus. Not Apocalypse. That's a good guess though. I hated what they did with the Apocalypse movie. Bigotry. I hated what they did with the Apocalypse movie, but I like the character of Apocalypse in the comic books. But I feel like that's a common sentiment. Ugh, it's a shame the movie sucked. The Sentinels, that's a good one too. But no, it's not the Sentinels. Closer though. It's closer. Arcade. Charles, not Charles. Not Beast. Not Boulevard Trask. Deathbird? I don't think I know Deathbird. The Mutant Liberation Front? That's also a deep cut. Bishop? Not Bishop. Xavier's liberalism. That's funny. I like that. Phoenix may be my least favorite entity in Marvel Comics holistically. Is that a hot take? I hate the Phoenix Force. It's so boring. I don't like any stories with Phoenix in it. I don't like it. It's just boring to read. You hate the end of Krakoa then? Old Phoenix Force was cooler. Phoenix 5 stuff was lame. Yeah. Never forget that Thor is technically related to Jean Grey. Not even the OG. Okay, not the OG, like the newer stuff. I like the concept of like, you know, the Phoenix as like conceptually, but I haven't enjoyed a story. You got it. It's Nimrod, actually. That is my favorite X-Men villain. I'm surprised when he actually got it. It took a little while though. I liked Nimrod. Nimrod and Krakoa era goated. I need to read the Krakoa era. I need to finish the Krakoa era. Did you play any X-Men games? There was my favorite game for Marvel was, what was it called? It was the Ensemble game. It had 3 installments. The third one kind of sucks. We don't talk about it. What is it called? Ultimate Alliance. Yes. Yes, Ultimate Alliance. I loved that game. it's technically not an X-Men game, but there were so many X-Men characters in it. What's your favorite X-Men arc? Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. The X-Men have gone through so much, bro. I don't know. Anything that fucks over Charles Xavier. It's kind of my thoughts. I just love seeing him just go through strife. I love it. It's hilarious. You excited to see them in Doomsday? I am. I had a lot of Marvel fatigue, but I think Wonder Man kind of like rejuvenated the energy for me. I do kind of hate that like they're doing the nostalgia bake. I do like seeing Fox era characters in the MCU, but I do hate the nostalgia gate. Johnny decided to see Cyclops. Yes, I am. I don't even like Cyclops, but like I hate Charles Xavier more than Cyclops. So, you know what I mean? Like when I saw Charles, you know, do a little bit of pew pew on Cyclops do a little bit of pew pew on Charles, I was just like, yeah, get him, get him, get him, get him. But the PTSD beam. This Ross Cyclops family city also hate Charles. I can't stand Charles Xavier, bro. I can't stand him. I don't know. I think his role in the story is to be a bad person, kind of. You know? Just consistently. That's what he does. That's why I like Magneto a lot. Because I'm just like, even if Magneto is the villain and he's like killing civilians, he's like, I want to take over the world or whatever. I'm like, dog, if he spent so much time with Charles Xavier, I get it, bro. If I spent my younger years with Charles Xavier, I'd feel the same way too. You feel me? Nobody is living life next to Charles Xavier not coming out a villain. It's not happening. It's not happening. That is not the case. Charles, the end of Krakoa was cooked. I loved it. I'm looking forward to it. You like Wolverine? I like Wolverine. I don't like that Wolverine got with Storm. Leave my queen alone. You got so much heat and long-term potential with Krakoa, and they're just like, nah, it ain't be the same sense. Professor X would have funded Eyes right now. 100%. Legitimately. He would. Professor X is like, well, I mean, listen, I don't really agree with the Sentinels, but like, they just need more accountability. We don't need no Sentinels. We just need Sentinel accountability, right? Can we put body cameras on the... And the Sentinels are hunting down mutants. He's like, can we put body cameras on the Sentinels so we can hold them accountable? So we can hold them accountable. It's just like, bro, this is 100% character assassination. Like, this is like the most uncharitable interpretation of Charles Xavier, but that's so funny. That's so funny to imagine. Hashtag not all Sentinels. It's like, okay, Marvel already did that. Did it already? Yeah, that's true. We're not doing anything Marvel hasn't already done. You know what I mean? Right? This is why I also like Moira McTaggart as a character, because in a lot of her timelines, Charles Xavier gets fucked over. I'm just like, yes, please. I love reading it. I love it so much. I'm a huge Charles Xavier hater. I'm a huge Charles Xavier hater. Jeez Louise. Did you ever fell in love with Jean Grey when she was his student? Yeah. But also, okay, hot take. It's kind of how I feel about Wolverine's relationships half the time, you know? Like the shipping between Wolverine and Jean Grey when it happens, it's just it kind of feels the same to me. I just like, yeah. Yo, now you want to come. Baby girl. Go sit down. Actually, you know what? I got you. Come on, buddy. Come on, girl. People forget that Wolverine's like 100 years old. Yeah. Wolverine gets too much love. Can we start dialogue on Black Widow grooming Bucky? She's like 200 plus years old. Wolverine is a pedophile. To be fair, most of these characters are pedophiles. Okay, not most of them, a lot of them are. Isn't there a rumor that Hugh Jackman's coming back again? Honestly, I feel like okay, hot take, because I didn't hate Deadpool 3. I feel like they wasted his reappearance on Deadpool 3. They should have brought him back for Doomsday. And then killed his character off. And then maybe if you want to keep Wolverine as a character, bring in his variant. But I feel like we've gotten enough Wolverine material. Right? But Hugh Jackman's getting old. He can't do it forever. Right? So set the stage for a replacement. That's what I feel like. I don't know. I feel like they're doing for T'Challa. What do you know about Marvel Knights New World to come? Have you read it? Is that the one where no, actually I haven't read it. I was thinking about something different. Emma Frost and Iron Man is a disgusting ship. Anybody's ship with Iron Man is a disgusting ship. But that's also because I am an Iron Man hater. No, I mean, I hate a lot of characters. Okay, it's crazy. I like Iron Man's a dick in the comic books. He's a dick. Consistently. Like he's made like as a likable, you know, smarmy, like kind of like snarky person in the comic books. But in the like in the movies, but in comic books, he's a dick. Right? Iron Man has been an op since Civil War. He supports registration. Yeah, like he's consistently just like he's a barely functioning alcoholic in the comic books. Yeah, which is why Peter Parker, who's one of my favorite comic characters, hates him. Right? And I'm just like, valid, Peter, because in the MCU changed a lot, but when it came to like, and I think it's fine. Some of the stuff they changed when it comes to the Iron Man Spider-Man relationship. It's just like, you know, I don't know. I like Peter being one of the few people who are like, you know, strictly like it's on site with Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Crazy how RDJ changed that. Yeah. Like, Iron Man has consistently, and to be fair, if you are a smart character in the comic books, you're going to be evil. You know what I mean? Like, if you are an intelligent character in the comics, you're going to be evil, right? If you're Reed Richards, if you're Tony Stark, if you're freaking Hank Pym, bro, in the comic books, Hank Pym made Ultron. Hank Pym made Ultron. If you are a smart character in the comic books, you're going to be evil. Beast, bro. Beast is like a race trading eugenicist, basically. You know, Hank Pym was Ultron. Hank Pym was also a wife beater who beat his wife, and that became a defining characteristic for him. Which, to be fair, is that unfair? Maybe a little bit. But. Bruce Banner is evil sometimes. Yeah, but he's Hulk half the time. So like he escapes the worst of it. the intelligent character stuff, because half the time it's Bruce Banner trying to figure out how to end his own life. You know, he's trying to figure out how to kill himself because that's really it. You know, and so he's on his own little world over here. He's not worried about taking down the entire world. If the things go bad, it's usually the Hulk's fault. Merge with Ultron, that was so wild. He's evil to himself. Hulk is the only one that's cool. Yeah. To be fair, all of Hulk's crash outs are completely justified. There's been very little moments where Hulk's crash out was not justified by something, right? When Tony Stark crashes out and he like gives Daredevil his sight back just to take it away, just to dunk on him, you know what I mean? You're just like, why would you do that? That's so mean. You know what I mean? Like, Superior Iron Man is just an insane person. But when Hulk crashes out, you're like, okay, I get that. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why the Hulk would crash out. You feel me? Like, the Illuminati basically killed his entire family. So, yeah, I get it. He came back, he's like, yo, I'm bullying everybody. I'm bullying everybody. And you're just like, that makes sense. But when Iron Man is like, you know, when Reed Richards is like, oh no, my wife won't marry me, so I kill an entire universe. You're just like, that feels a bit much. You know what I mean? You're like, that feels a bit much. That crash out seems a little bit, you know, uncalled for. The Maker is awesome though. I agree. The Maker it's a really cool villain. It's a really cool villain. I like the reboot of the Ultimate Universe. I'm not done with it yet. No spoilers. I'm still reading it. But yeah. World Hulk's a legendary crash out. Teach him molested. I was rooting for him, bro. I was rooting for him. Marvel's so smart that the one world they create that does good is had to kill it off. Yeah, it's Marvel, bro. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Oh, she just wants a little bit of attention. It's okay. Anyway, sorry. This is like, we spent a little bit of time on this. I had fun with this discussion. I enjoyed this discussion about comic books. Right? I don't know. Kamala Khan is worst time in the X-Men. I hate it. Bro, why did they even... I don't understand why they changed her to be a mutant. I guess for, like, MCU synergy, like, in the worst way. And I get that the Inhumans as a group kind of suck, like, if we're being real. They have some cool members. Like, Medusa's cool. Black Bolt is awesome. You feel me? But, like... they're kind of a nothing group. But, like... I feel like making her a mutant takes away what made her special in the first place. She was carrying the Inhumans. Right? Like, legitimately. She was carrying the Inhumans on her back, but it made her like an interesting character. You feel me? Stop. Thank you. Hey. Sit. Sit. Good doggy. All right. Like they ruined her in a Spidey comic, not even her own. It's so disrespectful. Insane. They made her family racist and terrorists. Excuse me. That is insane. Do you like Peacemaker? I haven't finished it. I liked what I've seen in season 1. I haven't finished it yet, so no spoilers. But like the show, I do like it. I read more Marvel than I read DC comics, except for the Absolute Universe. I like a lot of Absolute comics. I like the Absolute comics, and I like the Ultimate comics, the new Ultimate comics, the Ultimates, just because it was very easy to get into it and read. You know what I mean? Did you prefer Apocalypse movie or Dark Phoenix movie? Great choices. I know the Apocalypse movie. I couldn't finish the Dark Phoenix movie. It was that bad. Also, because I at least like Apocalypse as a character. I hate Phoenix. So the movie was bad, and right, the movie was bad, and the it was one of my least favorite characters. But for the Apocalypse movie, at least the movie wasn't great. But at least we get to see the Horsemen, 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse. So that was an interesting thing to see. And you know, I like Apocalypse as a character. I don't like the movie Apocalypse. Me neither. I didn't like the movie Apocalypse, but I like Apocalypse as a character, so I could at least finish the movie. It still wasn't good though. It was bad. Right. I think X-Men just kind of peaked at Days of Future Past. They should have stopped where they were ahead. I actually enjoyed Days of Future Past. I liked that movie. That was a good, enjoyable experience for me to watch. They should have stopped there. Should have stopped there.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a
Transfox building
okay.
5 months.
I live when I believe.
Much appreciated.
Transfoxgirl1312 just subscribed.
Anyway,
5 months.
we'll get
let's
to
do.
the Emiru stuff right now. First Class was also dope. Yeah, but I think First Class came out before, so I also liked First Class. I think I would say movie wise, First Class was probably the best like X-Men movie of like the new X-Men. Not like the older stuff. They did hoe Darwin, and it sucked. They disrespected Darwin. But honestly, I would have allowed it if they showed him in Days of Future Past. I would let it slide if they showed him in Days of Future Past, right? And that he reconstituted himself after exploding. Because that would have made sense. It would have made sense if they, or like a post-credit scene where like they showed Darwin just like, you'd be like, whoa, that was weird. That's crazy. Because it would have at least gave respect to his character and his powers. He cannot die, bro. He literally has the cannot die powers. So if you need to remove him for the plot reason, right, have him like temporarily be removed from the plot, and then at least show his powers working as they were supposed to. But they didn't do that. But my boy came back to Mr. Terrific, so it's all good. My boy came back as Mr. Terrific and had a cooler experience in time and actually did some cool stuff. So respect. Is it a hot take that I don't like any of the X-Men films? They all feel inadequate, even First Class being as good as it was. No, it's fair. You see Wonder Man? I kind of liked it. I still haven't watched the last episode. I will at some point. Mr. Terrific was Justice for Darwin. Yeah. They did have Mr. Terrific. Honestly, yeah. Finish it. I will finish it. I'll finish it. There's one episode left. Listen, the problem is I just don't have a Disney Plus account. So I have to go out of my way to try to watch it. But anyway, we can talk more about comic books later. I do want to get to the Emiru stuff. Actually, no, I'll end with this tweet that I made that apparently did freaking numbers, bro. This tweet has 40,000 likes. For what? It was this tweet that said Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Brooklyn's Finest, 2026, number 5. And it's just Sam Wilson being like, Spidey, my boy, till next time. And Miles being like, bet, right? And I said, this panel is hard AF, but I'm only reminded of that one tweet that was like, let black comic characters say nigga. And it's got 40,000 likes. Chill out. Oh, see, be careful. That's why you should be stepping on stuff on my floors. You're not part of comic, quit instead. I respect it. I'm down. Miles been saying it. They just said, yeah, people were saying that in the comment section. Oh, this is a funny Oni Simone post. The white writer scrawling the ink on the page. It's so funny. I will say some people got a little bit upset with it, being like, oh man, y'all want to cave to white people or whatever. I'm just like, yo, we're having some fun, bro. We're having some fun. But honestly, hashtag let the right writer say, nah, I'm joking. That's a joke. Starting to start comic twit posting. Honestly, I like it more than freaking the Twitch drama side. I am now a part of comic twit. Did you hire black writers to come in and just add N words? Bro, hire me. I'll do it. Hey, baby. Hey, baby girl. Oh, who are you doing, baby girl? How are you doing, baby girl? I know. I know. Come on, come on, come on, doggy. High five. High five. High five. Okay. But yeah. Oh, this person said that actually happened already in Miles Morales comic. The word is censored though. Respect. My take, if you're gonna write about black, especially black American comic book characters, like let them say the N-word, bro. Let them rip it one time. Let them rip it one time. Right. And this is a good question. Black History Month. What black comic book characters would say the N-word? This is kind of a good question. No Bioden's Fades? No. How about uploading reviews on TikTok like Cidion? Maybe. Okay, Nixie. Rocket, 100%. Rocket and Icon. Luke Cage would. Blade would. For sure. Captain America. I don't know if Sam Wilson would say it. Okay, he wouldn't say it in uniform. That's it. That's my take. Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde is crazy. Not Sam Wilson, Captain. Not Sam Wilson, Captain America. It's so funny. Cyborg in Justice League. Cyborg would say it in the Teen Titans. He wouldn't say it around Justice League. Can mutants say it if they're a black mutant? Oh my goodness. Nixie, stop. Ow. Ow. You scratched me. Sit down. Sit. That hurt. Killmonger? Yes. Killmonger would say it. For sure. Killmonger would be calling T'Challa the N-word hard R. Charles Xavier, but that's probably not would. You think War Machine gives a pass to Iron Man? No, I don't. Killmonger would be getting busy with it, yeah. Can Martian Manhunter say it? No, he cannot say it. He probably doesn't even know it. Does Mystique count? No, not really. Probably not Aqualad, but Manta. Have they finally introduced Aqualad into the comics? Because wasn't that a huge thing a few years ago? Is that like Aqualad was such a popular character in Young Justice, but like he just wasn't in the comics. The Martian Manhunter when he's black can say it. I mean, to be fair, his name is John Jones. That's such a black name, John Jones, bro. That name got some culture in it. What do you feel about Afro-Europeans saying the N-word? I mean, they do. They say it. So it's not like I can have a say in what they can and cannot say. But they gotta tread lightly. They added him a while ago. Oh, okay. I say that I'm British. Why would you admit that? Anyway, this was a funny tweet. It got 40,000 likes, 1.7 thousand bookmarks. I'm just like, okay. Does Sunspot count? See, that's a good question. Because I thought Sunspot was black until like I find out a few months later that like there's discourse about whether or not Sunspot is black or not, and I'm just like, Sunspot is black. Marvel is just racist. Is he not? I thought he was. Is Mr. Terrific black in the comics? Probably not, right? No, Mr. Terrific is black in the comics. I have a Mr. Terrific. I have a comic with Mr. Terrific in. I don't have a Mr. Terrific comic. So that's Brazilian now. I mean, he can be black Brazilian. There are a lot of black people in Brazil. Can Darkseid say the N-word? No, but I also can't dodge the Omega Beams. True. True. That's the take. Green Lantern would say the N-word. I mean, he can. That's my boy, Jon Stewart. Also, okay. This is a good discourse. Is it crazy to say that I don't like Hal Jordan? In virtually any media that he's in, he's just like, I feel like I did like him in that one movie. The one Justice League movie that came out. I don't remember what it's called. You hate Hal Jordan? Normal take, to be honest. I'm excited for the Lanterns TV show. It's not a crazy take. It's a fair one. With Ryan Reynolds. No. Not that movie. It was an animated movie. Where it was him. It was like I don't know what it was called. It wasn't Justice League. Justice League War. I think it is that. Like his interaction with Batman in this movie is it's funny. It's a funny movie. I will say I hated Superman in this movie. This is the movie. I just look at he's dripless. He has no drip. He has zero drip. Wonder Woman's like, but like Superman has no drip. None. Not too much of a voice gal. He has no drip. This is a terrible Superman outfit. Terrible costume. Horrible. 1, no trunks. 2, why do his sleeves go up to his knuckles? Makes no sense. 3, why does his cape have little like bra strap capes instead of going across the entire back? Right? What is that about? 3, the logo is so tiny. 4, there's no contrast in the outfit. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. But Wonder Woman's a baddie, so like, yeah. All right, this is what I wanted to show. This is probably the best Hal Jordan has looked in a movie for me.
Yeah, I noticed, but fire's no problem for me. As I was saying, Green Lantern can do anything.
Except shut up, apparently.
Wow, someone forgot to take their true blood tonight.
I'm not a vampire.
Seriously? I thought with the darkness and the vanishing, then the what, super strength?
No.
Can you fly?
In a plane.
Wait, you're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you? Are you freaking kidding me? What? Nobody asked you to prom, so now you dress as a bat and prowl around your parents' basement?
What's this do?
Huh?
No buttons. I assume it works off concentration.
How'd you do that?
You weren't concentrating.
You won't do that again.
unless I want to.
It's so cool, bro. He's so cool. I love Batman. I love Batman. He's one of the few characters that like I think is just very rarely done incorrectly. Because how do you mess up this just brooding guy who's just like has an insane amount of plot armor? You know what I mean? Like, I love Batman. It's so good. Used to be less of a break though. I mean, I agree. Right? Sometimes he's annoying, but like, I don't know. I'm a big supporter of like the guy with no powers hanging with the big leagues. You know. The Bat family especially.
Fast.
I will say, who in the Bat family I don't like? Damien's still annoying, but he's a child still, technically. So it's whatever. I did like in Deceased, where I like the ending of Deceased, what they did with Damien. I hate like a lot of, I don't hate it. A lot of Deceased was not great. But like I do like what they did with Damien at the end of Deceased. They actually put some respect on him. Red Hood, how he would have pulled the ring back to him. I thought he needed his ring for his powers. The ring, he's connected with the ring, right? So he can like call the ring back to himself. I guess that's what they need to do. Are you a fan of Stephanie? I mean, Stephanie's just kind of like the forgotten Robin, you know. So like the comics don't really give her any real respect. It's a Bluetooth connection to his ring, yeah. That's in Damien 66. I don't know what that refers to. How the DC does Nightwing. I think. Okay, maybe this is a hot take. I don't know how I feel about Nightwing being the last or the final iteration of Dick's character. I feel like something should go after Nightwing. I think he should evolve into something else. Right? At some point eventually. It feels like they're trying to make him like Batman light a little bit. And Nightwing is a very popular character, right? As a Joker. Not necessarily as the Joker, but like it feels like, I don't know. There's still more that can be done with his character a little bit. It's kind of like how I feel about Tim Drake. About how Tim Drake is still Red Robin a little bit. You know, like he's got the freaking Robin name. Like let these characters grow and go off, and they can still be part of like the Bat family or whatever. But like, I think because Bruce is just still around, none of these characters can truly grow so long as Bruce is around. Like I think that somebody needs to. They should do a succession war for the Bat family. I think that would be fun. They do things where like they kill off Bruce Wayne sometimes, and it's like a who killed Bruce Wayne, yada, yada, yada. Point is, Bruce won't let them go. That's him. But they should. Right? But again, comic books never change. This is what the issue with comic books is, that they never change. Battle for the Cow already happened. Oh, I didn't read it. I have to. Why did Duke win the succession war? I would be so down for it. Let Duke Thomas become Batman. It would piss so many people off. It would piss so many people off. Tim Drake did become Drake. Please search that costume of his. It was so bad. Oh no, please. Wait, when did this happen? Happened in 2019? Is he still Drake now? Also, I will say, Drake is kind of a hard name. Like, as a comic name, Drake is kind of a hard name. Yeah, it's not. I don't like the brown. How do you like Jason Todd? Hot take, not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan. Comic was so ass. Oh, that's sad to see. He's wearing a poopy suit. Yeah, it's Brian Michael Bendis. Riz got bored and left, so he reverted back. I hate that about comic books, right? What I like about manga, this was a conversation that happened on Twitter. What I like about manga that I think comic books just doesn't do is that manga at least hits a final state. You know what I mean? Like there's a single continuity. So if something happens, right, unless it's directly retconned in the manga itself, it usually stays. Not saying that characters stay dead or whatever, but like there's one continuity usually. It's usually written by one person. I'm pretty sure he's not even Robin anymore. I thought it was Red Robin. Also, Kitty Pryde enthusiast, I'm glad you came in when you did. Oh, okay. Not too much of my girl. I was about to say you missed us clowning on Kitty Pryde, but like no, you were there for it. So you saw the thoughts on Kitty Pryde. Yeah, it's Red Robin and Robin now. I just don't think you should have the Robin name. It feels lame, especially when you had Nightwing go from Robin to Nightwing. You had Jason go from Robin to dead, and then as Red Hood, and then you had Tim Drake go from Robin to Red Robin. Call him the Eagle. I think Drake is a fine name. Right? A Drake is a male duck. That works. His name was it burned his name. I think Drake is a fine name. It works. Why is he Red Robin? Let him move on, please. Please, you know why they're doing it, chat? It's because he's gay. DC is homophobic. DC is homophobic. That's it. That's why. Let my man move on. Look at his Green Lantern transformation. You're going to regret these words when he finally becomes the Cyan Robin in his final form. Someone's going to clip that to clickbait. It's true. It's because he's gay. DC hates gay people. For sure he's not Red Robin in continuity, but apparently he went back to Red Robin. That's what Chad told me. If he's Drake now, that's good. I think that's a good name. Honestly, I like Drake as a name for a former Robin more than I like Red Hood. I just don't like the character of Red Hood. I think he's too edgy. You know? I think he's too edgy, but he also simultaneously can't be edgy enough for it to be interesting because he's a part of the Don't Kill Bat family. You know what I mean? So if they have Jason going around here murking people, then it's like, oh, Jason, you're not supposed to be killing, yada, yada, yada. Like, shut up, Bruce. Shut up, Bruce. You know what I mean? And then it's like, if he doesn't kill, it's like, okay, now he's just lame. You know what I mean? He's running around with like rubber bullets and you're just like, what are we doing here? Like, what do we need him? Bruce crying at Jason everyone to not kill. It's so lame. It sucks. Jeez Louise. Kind of guy I have to have one writer. Imagine if Batman had one writer and it's Bob Kane.
No. It's all right.
Okay, I will say immediately this is better than half of the times they show Hal Jordan getting his ring, because most of the time it's just like Hal Jordan like kind of just like he doesn't like take the ring off of him, like, but like the ring just like, whoop, okay, this guy's dead. Oh, look, you're right here. Here you go. It shows him being at least a little bit heroic trying to save Abensur. You know, it's just like, okay. That you know, that at least shows a little bit of heroic spirit in Hal Jordan, instead of Hal Jordan rocking up and being like, ooh, shiny ring. Thank you. Tim is retired right now. Like, it was like big news. Is he gonna stay retired?
Time has come.
You speak English?
No. It's the ring. It has chosen you. Take it.
Okay, that's kind of cool. He has a little Power Rangers Magical Girl transformation. Okay, his suit's awful though. This is a bad suit, but like the transformation was cool. Green Lantern is a great concept. I like Green Lantern. Green Lantern is my favorite character and my favorite power system. Because it's like it kind of forces you to be heroic, you know. And like it is the perfect, like quintessential, like you are going to be a hero. Last DC movie as by the Batman TAS animators. It was a really cool transformation. I liked it. Anyway, sorry. That's the comic book talk that we had. We have fun here sometimes. Rank the Human Green Lanterns and why is Simon Bass not number one? Number one is Jessica Cruz. Now you're talking about manga? Nah. Jason kicking and screaming, throwing a tantrum, Mitchell's rage. I don't want to be a superhero. That mess is forgettable because of discrimination comics. Discrimination. I'm telling you, bro. DC is racist and is homophobic. Comic talk is not over. It is over. We have to move on. We can come back to it later on, though. But like my tweet, because it's a freaking good tweet. It's hilarious. You like Kyle has a White Lantern? I don't like the concept of White Lanterns at all. That's just me, though. John, Kyle, everyone else, Guy. I don't know. I like it when the other Human Lanterns get other power rings. I think it's cool. Not the White Lanterns. I don't like it. I think White Lantern sucks. But I like it when other Lanterns get their power rings. Right? Like I like seeing Guy with a Red Lantern ring. Because it shows that humans are like multifaceted, you know? I do. You know, I appreciate that. I want more Blue Lanterns. Yeah. Blue Lanterns are like, okay, it's so funny. The Blue Lanterns are just the only thing that is continuing about the Blue Lanterns is that they're constantly just have like 10 people. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of really it. Like, that's like the only consistent thing about the Blue Lanterns. They just show up every now and then like, hey, we're 10 people. There's 10 of us here. We're here. What's up? What's good? And it's just like, you're telling me this is the Lantern Corps that only has 10 people? I will say Larfleeze is only one person though. But I will say I like when they do with Larfleeze. Shout out Larfleeze. Larfleeze is my favorite Lantern of all time. Because that would be me so bad. I think that's the coolest one. Ranked Lantern Corps. Orange Lantern Corps, Larfleeze number one. Is that the green one? Yes, it's the green one. And it's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. Larfleeze is number one. Number two, Green Lanterns. It's basic, it's normal, it's chill. Number three, Sinestro Corps, I guess. Number four, Red Lanterns. Number five, the Indigo Lanterns. Number six, Star Sapphires. Number seven, the Black Lanterns. Number eight, White Lanterns. At number 8, the Sorrow Lantern. Number 9, the White Lanterns. Number 10, the Gold Lanterns. That's my list. Indigo Tribe has wild lore, and it's very interesting. Just on John in the Arrow series, I'll never forgive them for what they did to him. Bro, give him the gosh darn power ring. Why would they, bro? They had freaking Jay Garrick come from gosh freaking darn Earth 2 and was like, oh John, where's your ring at? You're not wearing your ring. Interesting. And they never gave him a ring. I'm pissing me off. It pisses me off. This is why DC's racist. DC is racist. they had a scene of it fighting him. It's like, yeah, it's just like maybe they didn't want to animate Green Lantern powers in the CW show. I get it, but Jesus freaking ways, bro. Frustrating. Racism. Anyway, I need that open. Moving off of the comic book talk, it's now time to talk about what we're all here to talk about, and that is, I miss comic book talk. Yeah, we talked about it for like an hour and a half. We'll do it again. I do like talking about comic books. Honestly, I would rather have like 500 people watching me talk about comic books than have 1,000 people watching me talk about Ethan Klein. Right? So that's something I have to remember. Right? Because I used to hit 1,000 sometimes, but it was like constant Ethan Klein. It was like every day, wake up Ethan Klein. And I had a lot of viewers, but it was a drag to get through. You know? I have not finished the show. I have not read it. You know, I was suffering so bad in that era. I'm not saying we won't talk about drama. You know, I love to dig into the drama a little bit. You've been holding 1K for a few weeks. Not recently. This has been my worst month so far in a while. You talk about the comic explain drama. Ooh, that's good drama. We'll circle back around to that. Is he black? People were saying like he's black. I was just like, is he black? Yes. I was like, oh. Allegedly. I did see some of the drama. That is very interesting, actually. It's watching so much. So do I. He's just light skinned. Why do people not want to talking about black characters? I saw people getting mad at him because he says he's black. I saw people getting mad at him because it's like, if he talks about black characters, people are like, why is he not talking about black characters? Like, dog, you want him to talk about Blue Marvel for the 20th time? I'm just like, that's so funny. That's so funny. Cause like, bro, if bro is not talking about Blue Marvel and Miles Morales and maybe Black Panther, he ain't talking about no black characters. He does love Blue Marvel. I've seen him talk about Blue Marvel all the time. But to be fair, Blue Marvel's a sick character who's also disrespected by Marvel. Miles is my Spider-Man. W. Anyway, let's get to this. So, I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I see this pop up on my feed. Emiru's asked her thoughts about ICE, and immediately I'm like, "Oh God, bro! Oh God!" So then I clicked it, and this is what she said.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to like say their opinions on like important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to like get off the internet. Like, just stop. Like hello? Like, I don't, like, what? Like, how am I gonna, I don't know, get help? Like, even like, I don't know. Like, obviously I don't like dislike any of the political streamers except for like some of like the really bad ones. I don't really like them, but it's like, I don't understand how in the first place people care so much what they say. I guess it's because they just have a lot of reach or influence, but it's like, why are you listening to them in the first place? I don't know.
She's saying Asmon and Asada are the same when it comes to their knowledge on politics. She's not saying really anything, and that's kind of the point. You know what I mean? the really bad ones, and whoever those are, you chatter can make that up in your mind. I think what she's saying is I don't think she's referring to Asmon, obviously, and I don't think she's referring to Hassan, right? I think when she says the really bad political streamers, I think she's talking about people like Frogan, right? And like, yeah, and like Denims and Mike and myself. Really, yes. I do, because like, who else would she be referring to? Because when you think about like really bad political streamers, we go to like Asmongold, you know, and people like that. But we know she's not talking about Asmon.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist.
You know what I mean? Like,
I live when I believe.
But she's not talking about Asmon.
Just subscribe.
And she
politics on a stream.
She did
anyway, she's off to play TFT with Asmon and Rich.
Yeah, I saw a video about that. And wasn't she for the lawsuit? Yes. Maybe like Destiny? I don't think so. Like because she did side with the Ethan for the lawsuit things, right? And so that's why I'm like, I think that maybe who she's referring to. But is it a stretch to say Aiden Ross? I think a little bit. I think it would be quicker, in my opinion, it would make more sense to me if Emiru was talking about like Frogan than talking about Aiden Ross. You know what I mean? But maybe she's referring to Aiden Ross. I think she means Frogan and Denims. That's what I think as well. Because also Aiden Ross is not like a politics streamer. Right? Neither is Frogan. Like obviously we know this, right? But like I think that's who Emiru puts in the box of like politics. That's why people realize until now being friends with Asmon and Tectone is already weird. How are Frogan and Denims bad? She sided with Ethan Klein for the lawsuits. Is it true that she has a trans sibling as well? Yes. You don't think she's talking about someone like Fuentes? No. I mean, maybe she is. Right? Maybe she is. Right? But if you are like, you know, again, Asmongold loves Nick Fuentes. And like, I don't think Emiru has any beef with Asmongold. So, if I remember correctly, Tectone left, was let go of the podcast and replaced it with Lakari before it ended. Yeah, there was a picture of all four of them together. It was just like a, ugh. Got really shocked at this point. The writing was on the wall. Yeah, I mean, we've covered it. We talked about Emiru and her relationship with her engagement with Asmongold and Tectone. And Tectone refers to Lakari as the Black Tectone. Who cares if what do you mean? Who cares if she has beef with Asmon? Like what do you? I think I'm missing a word there. Who cares if someone had beef with Asmon though? It like doesn't even matter at this point. Everyone's mind is made up. She could have just said she's against it instead of jumping to the political excuse. And so this is the funniest part, right? So this video obviously was cut, and so I wanted to see what the actual context was for this. It actually makes it a little bit funnier. Where's it at? Because I never believe Twitter clips. Right? I don't believe Twitter clips. I always go to find the original context myself because I think it's just like it's the easiest way to not get got, you know? So here's the actual clip itself. Oh, it's muted because of the music.
What is Hassan at? Is Ali? I genuinely am Randall first.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna stream it when it's Ali. start my games and stuff. Should I do Scrandle first?
So one of her mods said, "So what are your thoughts on Ice Hassanet at Emiru?" Because I think she was talking about going to. I think she was talking about going to China. And people were bringing up Hassan. So one of her mods was like, "What are your thoughts on? So what are your thoughts on Ice Hassanet?" Right? Because she was talking about going to China.
First.
It was Hassan. It was like the lady Hassan. So it's like
On Ice Hassanet? I don't know what that is. Allie, I genuinely have no idea what that is. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was Hassan. I know it was Hassanet.
What is Hassanet?
I know Ice is. No, she's talking about Hassanet, chat.
Oh, no, I know what Ice is. I thought... Okay, never mind. That's you?
And people in her chat were saying, fuck Ice. Because obviously he's gotten to the point that, like, you know, even like, Emiru watchers, who again, obviously also don't necessarily care about politics like that, are like, man, Ice is not good, Ice bad. I assume it was a joke, like, oh, you're going to China, just like a song to give your opinion on Ice, and she went off. Yeah, basically.
Like, I do, like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content.
I think it gets muted because of the music, I guess. So I have a link to the, Thank you. Thank you, Themasius.
Hello. And look, there he is, the worm. Now he's running away to hide. The stupid worm. Hello, good morning. I've already got my cowboy hat on. I've already got it on. Bro, look, I got this sick-ass jacket. Yo, RT... You... You probably just need these... Don't wait to know what you're talking about. That is... Don't wait too late. What is Hassanet? No, we don't stop. You can't stop. We're gonna celebrate. Know what? Oh, no, I know what Ice is. I thought. Okay, never mind. That's you? One more time. Celebration. Like, I do, like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, okay. If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to, like, get off the internet. Like, just stop. Like, hello? Like, I don't, like, what? Like, how am I gonna, I don't know.
Like, you could also just say nothing, right? And this is what I think, this honestly says more to me than, like, if she would have just said nothing, obviously. Because, like, if you think that Ice is bad, you can just say, hey, like, I expected, like, somebody to be like, I don't support anybody being murdered. I think killings are bad. You know? I think killings are bad. Like, you had the FaZe boys saying that. Oh, they're all saying like Ice, but like it's that simple. Just be like, I don't think anybody should be killed. Right? But like, so even just not saying that, to be like, you know, the fact that you want to hear what I have to say is kind of crazy. Oh, okay. It's exactly like that thing happening on TikTok, chat. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? There's this guy on TikTok who's being drugged through the freaking mud right now. Higher Up Wellness. That guy. Yes. It's the same situation. Because it's not even about what you said, it's about what you didn't say. That like kind of just stands out to people. Trying to find what the actual video was. I'm trying to find it. No. 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 Did he delete the video? He might have deleted the video. They might have linked to the video. You know what I'm talking about, right? You post like crazy to bury it. Oh, here. Here, I found it.
iDubbbz just subscribed. Good
Yo.
morning, legends.
What's up, iDubbbz?
It's no secret that many of you are demanding that I speak out.
So is this, and then there's also one more video that he made. Where's it at? 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 Yeah, I'll play this while I look for it.
About what happened in Minneapolis to Alex. It's no secret that many of you are demanding that I speak out about what happened in Minneapolis to Alex Pretty. So here's my opinion. My opinion is that you don't want my opinion. You don't want any creator on here's opinion. You want to watch the first 8 to 10 seconds of our video and then decide if we are your enemy or not. You want to place us in a box because that's how you think. You want to put us on one side or the other. And my opinion on what happened to Alex Pretty is very simple. The taking of a human life by another human is wrong and evil and directly against what God calls us to do. I don't answer to you. I'm not your puppet. I'm not your mouthpiece, and I'm not going to pander to what an audience thinks I should speak on. You listen to me because I speak on what I am inspired and convicted to speak on, and I'm not a political commentator. I think murdering and killing people is wrong, and that is all there is to it. The same thing I said about Charlie Kirk, which some of you are typing right now, but you were so quick to make a video about him because I was shown the video of his unaliving against my will on Instagram while scrolling, and it messed with my head for days. In order to become properly informed on this, I need to go watch the video of another human life being taken. I'm not going to do that because I believe it rots our soul, and the internet has totally desensitized us from the impact of that. I am praying for Alex. I am praying for his family as they grieve the loss of a loved one. It is a tragedy. It is terrible, and under no circumstances justified. And that is the extent of my opinion. And me being a creator with a large platform, or any of my friends being creators with large platforms, does not thereby give us the obligation of speaking on everything that happens in the world and sharing our opinions on it, and certainly not sharing political alignment. I'm not a political commentator. I'm not incredibly well versed on politics. I'm well versed on what I speak on this platform, and that will never change. And if that decides for you that you need to put me in some box because this is the opinion I gave you, so be it. I answer to God, and God calls us to pray for those who hate us and not to kill each other. And that's the extent of my opinion. I love you, and I hope you have a great day. It's no secret that many of you are demanding.
This is so interesting in comparison to what his Charlie Kirk video actually was.
I'm not sure what to say right now. I don't have a plan. I'm just going to talk until I feel I've covered my bases. What a horrific week for the United States it's been. An innocent woman having her life taken in a random act of violence. Children having their lives taken in the place they're supposed to feel safe. And to top it all off, an act of political violence the day before one of the worst, if not the worst day in our nation's history. What is going on? This is not about politics. Those are opinions and ideologies. This is very much a battle of good and evil, and there is absolutely evil in the world. For a man to be publicly executed in front of his wife, his infant children, and 3,000 people,
it just feels like this video is a little bit different than the one we just saw. That feels a little bit weird. I don't know. What happened to, you don't want my opinion, right? All life is sacred, right? Now, but then back then it was like, what an insane act of political violence. We are descending into barbarism. This world is rotting at its core with the fact that a man can be murdered in an act of a political act. An act of political violence. How dare, right? ICE kills an ICU nurse. You know, you don't really want to know what I have to say about this, you know. You just want to virtue signal about how much and how important you are and how much you care about things. You don't really give two flying flips about what my take actually is, right? I think that all life is sacred, right? And that nobody should be killed. But you don't care about that, do you? No. You just want to yell at me about what I believe and what I don't believe, and that's it. Like, what happened to like this energy?
Have that action celebrated by people on the internet? There's a litany of negative consequences that are going to occur in the aftershock of this that I don't even know if I've considered until recently. Number one, how desensitized we are that we can watch an execution on social media. I promise you, the people that were there in person that saw what I saw in that video, which horrified me and made me sick to my stomach, the people who saw that in person had to witness the gore and what happened to him, what happened to Charlie Kirk. I promise you they're traumatized. They're not celebrating. A public execution is archaic. It's primal. I don't give a shit what you believe in. And the arrogance so many people have, the self-righteousness to say he deserved it. Who are you? Who are we to decide who lives and who dies? That is not our job. Have you hurt people in your life? Have you made mistakes that you hope never see the light of day? I have. I'm not righteous and just and without sin. I don't determine that judgment. God does. So for people to not only be able to witness that video and be okay, but happy and celebratory, that is horrific behavior. And you know what? Maybe you just simply don't have the capacity to sympathize with Charlie's family, with his daughters, his children, his wife. But you should have the capacity and emotional intelligence to be able to empathize.
It's very clear. It's very clear about you know, about how his difference of opinion comes from Charlie Kirk and Alex Pretty, right? And so this is this perfect example of what's happening with Emiru, right? It's not about exactly what you say, right? It's about what you don't say, and what you choose to focus on, and what you prioritize, right? And it's funny because Emiru couldn't even say what he's saying here, right? He at least checked his boxes by being like, listen, people shouldn't die, you know? Emiru was like, bro, you're asking me to say if ICE is bad or not? Well, have you considered that I don't know much about what was going on? So I can't say ICE is bad. Like, you live in Texas. You live in Texas? You're wearing a cowboy hat. Like, I'm sorry, you can't pull the I'm ignorant about the goings on literally outside of my door. What was that the question she got asked? The question was, what are your thoughts on ICE? And her response is, well, why do you need non-political streamers to speak about these issues? If you're going to streamers for your politics, you just need to log off. That's what she said. It's just like, it's happening literally outside your door. Like literally. Yeah, I want to finish this video off. I know it's going on for so long.
Basically, what so many immigrants flee from in their home countries, and it's what she fled from as well in Cuba too.
Okay, she's have principles to stand for something and cut off her Nazi friends, even though it likely won't happen. Don't forget that she understands half her community from Asmon and will recognize that his community are pro-ICE. So her saying anything will just alienate the pro-ICE people. But then why say anything at all? I think she might have thought that this was a non-statement. This is kind of the point, right? She thought that this was a non-statement. She thought she wasn't saying anything by saying this statement, right? And that's kind of the problem. That's kind of the issue. She thought that she's being apolitical here. And that's why I made my tweet, right? My tweet was this. I said, this is the funniest thing to say after you visited the border wall to sightsee. Apolitical streamers are so funny. And then I followed it up by saying, I'm not even saying you can't go to the border, but you aren't as far removed from politics as you think. She literally, like, yeah, Joe, we covered this. She went to the border wall to visit, to sightsee, to see what was up. Let's see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure somebody put it in the comments, the replies. I don't read the replies, so I have to find it. Emiru, border wall. Boop. Yeah, I'll be right back.
As far as I can see, like look, it's snaking up the mountain. What the fuck? It goes so far. What the fuck? No. And then it goes up that hill too. Look, another border patrol. We gotta go.
Oh, you can't even see
it. We put our hands in Mexico though. That's really cool. I got a rock. We got a rock.
Who casually visits the border wall? This was just a pit stop, chat. This was a pit stop that they took on their way to TwitchCon. On the drive to LA, yeah.
As far as I can see, like look, it's snaking up.
Why is it at 1.5 times speed?
As far as I can see, like look, it's snaking up the mountain. What the fuck? It goes so far. What the fuck? No. And then it goes up that hill too. Look, another border patrol. We gotta go. Oh god, I'm stressed. We put our hands in Mexico though. That's really cool. I got a rock. We got our rocks.
Jacob, do you want a picture?
I think they're wondering if maybe we passed some drugs over there, bro. That would be crazy.
My pictures are right up here.
In their brain. What happens if you get old and you start forgetting shit?
Fuck!
We're here because we wanted to see the border from U.S. to Mexico, but it is very strange because there's a wall. Yes, yeah. But it's because we want to visit the border. Chat. Just saying.
Yeah, fuck ICE.
Yes.
Even in this clip, you have Sita dropping a fuck ICE. So does it make sense what I was saying here, that you're not as far removed from politics as you think? Generally was damaged to join. Yeah, probably because people in chat were asking, like, yo, why are you visiting the border wall? You know what I mean? The important part is that in the clip, Emiru says the border wall was K Kona W before that. Now of all times, this was 4 months ago, technically. So it's like not technically, it's not now. But like, yeah, that's the point. Like, you can go see the border, I guess. Sure, you can stick your hand in Mexico, I guess, right? I personally wouldn't do it, but like, you can do that. That's not the point. The point is that you have to acknowledge that like Cinna did in this clip, that it's political. The wall is political. That's why you had freaking Trump running around yelling, "Build that wall." That was a rallying cry for the racism of the Trump administration. You know, it's not removed from politics.
We're going to build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. 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 Build that wall.
Oh, man, this was 9 years ago.
So, we're going to build it. Who's going to pay for the wall? 100%. By the way, 100%.
Right? So like you can't do this.
Like it just is.
Right? And act like that's removed from politics. It's not. It's the wall is inherently political. It was created for political purposes.
Build that wall.
Right? And so pretending like, right, you were just an apolitical streamer who you know nothing about politics while you're going to visit a monument to politicism, that's crazy. It's like going to the Berlin Wall, kind of. Yeah. Even for the wall, all borders are political. Yeah, but even this is like a step above just like all borders are political. I agree with you. You're not wrong, right? But like this is literally a beacon, right? A monument to racist immigration policies. Right? It's been a sticking point for years. She's worried about getting asthma treatment. This was 1 year ago. Here, I'll show this clip first.
What the heck?
That's crazy.
I can't believe they really built a wall.
It's the wall, Chad.
The wall.
The wall.
That's
like,
kind of
is this
really
man-made?
insane.
Emily, smile.
Somebody asked, is this man-made? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That made me laugh. That was funny. That was funny. That is a funny thing to say about this wall. Is man-made. Bro, I can't. It's like walking up to the Statue of Liberty being like, wow, I can't believe the earth made it like this. That's so funny.
The wall.
The wall.
That's
like,
kind of
is this
really
man-made?
insane.
Emily, smile. Yeah, this might be the most K-Kona W thing we've ever seen.
Yeah,
on stream.
this is kind of crazy.
Crazy.
He's taking
Oh, the guards are putting
That's
their
kind of
hands in
crazy.
Mexico.
Oh wait, yeah, hands in Mexico,
Hands in
guys.
Mexico. Wait, a rock.
We're in Mexico.
The funniest part is that Cinna is the only person who sees the political association with what they're doing. Taking peace sign selfie at the border wall, yes. And Cinna's like, okay, that's wild. That's crazy. Right? Because I think Cinna understands that like this is a expressly political entity. It is. It is expressly political.
Can we get a rock? I'm looking for a rock. We can get a piece of trash.
Mexico, Mexico. Mexico rock. You're beautiful. What?
Oh, it's echoes.
It like makes
Being
I
crazy
did
about
it.
this
I
right now.
found
then
a
time him
Mexico
out.
rock. This is worth 1,000 Hershey's Kisses.
It is.
It's a rock from Mexico.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Like getting to the border isn't easy. What they plan a field trip to it. I mean, you can go to the border. You know what I mean? Like that's not a new thing. People do it for honestly every border, right? People are like, we'll go to like a place in America where there's a border between America and Canada. And they'll be like, oh, I'm in Canada. Ooh, I'm in America. Ooh, I'm in Canada. Ooh, I'm in America. Right? This is a thing that's normal, right? They do it for in North Carolina at Carowinds. They have a ride that goes in between North and South Carolina, right? That has a line being like, this is the North Carolina line, this is the South Carolina line. You're going in between states. You know, it's a normal thing to do. So I'm not saying you can't go to the border, right? But you have to understand, even with states, the four corners, yeah. But you have to understand that like this wall as an entity is expressly political. It is a political wall, right? It's not just the border between the U.S. and Mexico. It is a political symbol that was enacted and constructed, right? Not even as an effective immigration policy, but to be a monument to racist, anti-immigrant sentiment. You know what I mean? I mean, but this one is just a wall with by a concentration camp. It's not a fun border like the way you described. No, the wall is not inherently a wall by a concentration camp, right? There are like border fences and walls like for the U.S. Canada border as well, right? I don't think just because the nature of a fence or a wall existing means that like it is inherently like the association for this border wall being for a concentration camp is done because of its political association, not because of the structure of the wall itself. You know what I mean? Like, this would be different if they were going to like a detention center, being like, oh, look at the migrants inside the detention center or whatever. Right? It's just this is just a border to a different country. You know? So again, my point is that like I think you can go to see the border, right? And it can be innocuous. It's not inherently a bad thing to be like, oh, you went to the border, how dare you? Right? The point is that this wasn't that. And even if you do it in an innocuous way, it's not removed from politics, right? It's not removed from the political associations of the racism that was that went into constructing and crafting the wall itself. You know what I mean? I will say, the selfies are crazy. that is a step too far. Like be like, oh, we're taking selfies in front of the border wall. It is a bit wild. But yeah, take selfie with a peace sign next to the border wall. Yeah, it is crazy. That is a wild thing. But again, the point is that you can't do this and then have this take. You know what I mean? About, oh, I don't know about politics. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm unaware. I'm just here to have fun and vibe, right? Because people are allowed to be mad at you for doing that.
I do. Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to, like, get off the internet. Like, just stop. Like hello? Like, I don't, like, what? Like, how am I gonna, I don't know. I don't know. Get help. Like, even, like, I don't know. Like, obviously I don't, like, dislike any of the political streamers, except for, like, some of, like, the really bad ones. I don't really like them. But it's like, I don't understand how in the first place people care so much what they say. I guess it's because they just have a lot of reach or influence.
She's saying she doesn't understand why people care so much what political streamers have to say. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because it affects their lives. Emiru, they're not all multi-millionaires. So politics kind of affects the lives of the people who watch them. When she was asked who she voted for, stop.
And me can project their opinion onto me, so I voted for no candidates. Obviously. Yes, obviously. I just don't like talking about this. And Nick was asking me yesterday if I'm gonna cover the election today. I was like, yeah. Totally. I mean, I guess I'll probably be live long enough that they'll announce who won. Isn't that how it works? That they announce it like tonight, unless like something goes wrong with the votes and they recount or something?
It's
no?
so
Okay,
crazy just how unaware. It's not an Emiru problem, right? It's not an Emiru problem. This is an American education problem. It's so crazy how unaware a lot of American citizens are to just how the fundamental structures of how society operates. You live in a country, you don't know how the elections work. This is a privileged person problem. Not even. There are like poor, rural, working class Americans who also don't know how elections work either. You know what I mean? Again, 1/3 of the country is like Emiru. Not like rich, but like doesn't vote. You know what I mean? 1/3 of the country, 90 million people in this country, eligible voting population, doesn't vote. This is privilege though, here at least.
Animated Sarah
I mean,
gifted a tier 1 sub to Bracelet.
I don't think Emiru
They have
voted
given
when
23
she didn't have any money
subs in
either.
the
You know what I
channel.
mean? So again, I don't think this is not privilege. I think her being rich does lead into it. Right? But like, I think it just comes from, I think this is more indicative of her mindset as an American as opposed to her mindset as a rich person. You know what I mean? Like, this mindset of like, why would I vote? Who cares? You know, whatever. It still is privilege. No, I don't think that's the correct word. I think ignorance is different than privilege. Because there are people who are harmed by things in American society who also don't vote against their own self-interest. You know, it's a different form of privilege. It's a privilege of not having care about politics. No, I disagree. Again, I think that could be the case for Emiru. But again, this is the case for a lot of different Americans, even people who are not benefited by society, right? There are black people who don't vote. There are trans people who don't vote, right? There are the sons and daughters of immigrants, like the children of immigrants who don't vote, right? This is a lot of the country, right? And while it can also be seen as privilege, I think it being a level of ignorance combined with disillusionment, right, and apathy is those are words that I think describe it better than just privilege. Alienation is a good word as well. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that it's not privilege, but I'm saying that it's more adequately described by they are making the decision to be apathetic. Not particularly, not necessarily, not for voting, right? Because we understand that neither party does represent the interests of working class American people, right? We understand that. We know that that's the case. Neither party represents the interests of American people, right? And so there are like I'm taking Emiru out of this conversation right now. We're not talking about Emiru being rich and privileged and not having to care. That is true, right? But I'm not talking about that at this moment, right? I'm talking about the other, 90 million Americans who are eligible, who are not registered to vote, who are registered to vote but don't vote in the election, right? That mindset does and can come from privilege, but it also comes from apathy. It can come from disillusionment. It comes from alienation, right? It comes from neither party actually serving to provide for working class people. So why would they vote in the first place, right? That is all the case. And that is definitely a part of it. However, Emiru is rich, and she is removed from the consequences of politics holistically, which is why not only does she not vote, but she also doesn't care about ICE murdering American citizens or DHS separating families apart. It doesn't care about the harm that things like the border wall causes to people, right? And that all comes for or from privilege as well. You know what I mean? But she isn't. What involves things include gun control when she's stalked by people. Oh, you mean when it involves things? I haven't heard her talk about gun control actually, so I don't know. The only consequence she could directly see is a reduction in the size of her audience by taking a vocal position. Yeah, and even then, she's a multi-millionaire. She'll be fine regardless. Right. So I think that there is a wider conversation about why people don't vote holistically, right? And how people build this apathy up to the point of privilege. Oh, have you ever heard she doesn't like guns, but said that she had to get one? I mean, it's fine not liking guns. I would need to see her full take. Saying politics does affect her in ways maybe she doesn't understand because politics of stalkers and the police involvement is a part of her life. That's true. That's true. But yeah, I think it comes for ignorance. I think that's less privilege and more ignorance in that regard, right? Because it does affect her life, negatively so. And she just doesn't understand how it does affect her life and why it is important to care about, right? Like what happens to Emiru, as it pertains to stalkers, is horrific, and we covered it, and it's disgusting, and it's horrible, right? And it happens to women all over the country. It happens to Black and brown women. It happens to women who don't have the means to be able to buy a gun or to have security or to have a security system set up. And that's all politics. That all goes into politics. Politics is only about how you engage with the world and how the world engages with you. That's all politics is. That's it. How you consume media is politics because that's how you engage with the world, right? The effect that media has on you is politics because that's how media affects you. That's how the world engages with you, right? The roads you drive on, the signs you see on the roads, the stoplights you have or don't have, right? How good the potholes are, right? The amount of money you pay for groceries, where the grocery stores are. All of this is politics. Basically, this was a setup because her head mod is asking an initial question. No, I think that's silly. I don't think this is a setup. I think her head mod was making a joke about ICE in China, and Emiru didn't understand the joke, and then it turned into a whole thing. I think it's that simple. I think they were because I went back and I watched it, chat. I don't like Twitter clips, so when I see something like this, I go back and I watch it. I went back and I watched it. Right? And it was very simple as, right, they were talking about Emiru going to China, and her head mom was like, oh, so if you're going to China, then what are your thoughts on ICE, Hassanet? Right? Her head mom was like, you're the woman, Hassan, because you're going to China. Tell us about your political positions. And it turned into something else. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I assumed happened from my view of it. maybe I'm alone, but I'm tired of looking at this slop of a meal Emiru's looking at. I'm with you. I am with you. The meal is disgusting. So you're saying it's Hassan's fault? It always is. It always is.
Opinions, rare. Ugh. I mean, I've never been someone that gives takes on stream or tries to talk about politics or drama or anything. I've only ever, like, mentioned anything remotely related to, like, drama or bad things when it's like I was indirectly involved in some way and I felt like I should. But most of the time I'm like, I don't need to say anything. I don't think anyone even cares. I feel like because I do see people that come into my chat and are like, Emmy, what's your opinion on the war or something? And I'm like, there's no way they actually care what my opinion is. They're just hoping I'll say something fucking stupid so that they can put it on Twitter and they're gonna freaking Asmongold me. Except I don't even know what's going on anywhere, so yeah.
And I think this is it is funny it is funny because it literally happened in her attempt to not say anything. You know what I mean? That's kind of funny. But I think this is the problem, and this is where I think the privilege comes in. This is where I think the privilege comes in, right? Her mindset that anybody who cares about politics is immediately doing it for a cynical drama reason, and not that it actually affects their life, right? She's correct here. It's more about drama for people bringing it up. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Right? Because that comes from the idea that, like, you know, that Palestinians can't be watching a streamer and be like, hey, I want to make sure that you care about my rights, that I'm supporting you. Right? Or a trans person who's like, I want to make sure that you care about my rights. Or a black person who's like, I want to make sure that you care about my rights when I'm supporting you. I don't want to support somebody who's an anti-black racist. Right? I don't want to support somebody who's misogynistic or transphobic or ableist. And so I want to make sure that the person that I'm supporting, right, supports me. So I'm not going to go into somebody's chat and ask them about politics, but I will listen when someone else does, right? I will tune in when they talk about political related stuff. And if they don't say anything about it, I know, okay, this is not a space for me. Because if you're fine with making your millions of dollars while, you know, the rest of us are out here in the streets dying, I know I don't want to support you. If you're fine with black people being murdered by the police because you think that they deserve it, I don't want to support you. If you're fine with Somali immigrants or migrants, right? Not even immigrants, migrants, people who've come here and their families are established here, right? Are being accosted and harassed and getting death threats because of the Nick Shirley video. If you're fine with seeing all of that and not saying anything about it, I don't want to support you. And even worse, if you don't see any of that because you purposely tune your brain off, or turn your brain off, close your ears to it, that's even worse. You're being willfully ignorant, and I also don't want to support you. You know what I mean? So, like, in her mindset here is built on the idea that everybody who cares about politics is drama, or doing it in a drama-related fashion. You know? But this is the real life for us. And her too. This is also the real life for Emiru too. Right? Politics affects her life. And so I think it's entirely fair for viewers to want to make sure that the people that they're supporting doesn't want them to be eradicated. You know what I mean? It's not just drama to us. It is our lived experience. It is how we interact with the world and how the world interacts with us. You know what I mean? And being a multimillionaire in Texas and being completely unaware about ICE enough to not even just say, I don't support it, is insane. And if you don't want to do that, why say anything anyway? That's what I don't understand. Why did she even feel the need to say anything? Right? And this goes back to my video that I made a few weeks ago. Why streaming feels different now. Nobody cares anymore, honestly. Like, we have arrived at a position, right, that like the streamers have stopped caring, but the audience has gotten more and more radical. Like, the audience demands more progressivism, more radical behavior, right? It's kind of like it mirrors what you see with the Democratic establishment and the Democratic base. You have the Democratic establishment who thinks that they can just do what they used to do and still succeed. And the base is like, no, we actually want more. No, we're anti-genocide. No, you must move to where we are, or we're going to not support you. And now the audiences are doing the exact same thing for streamers, right? Streamers think that they can just do what they did in 2020 or 2025. It's not 2025 now. 2020 or 2021 or 2022, and just like go live, play games, chop it up with people on Among Us or whatever. And then they'll like succeed and they'll make a bunch of money and then their audience will just suck it up, right? That's not where we are anymore as a society. Like, in the same way that like audiences for Hollywood movies are demanding like pro-Palestinian actors, right? Or pro-Palestinian sentiment from the actors in these movies. And if you don't express your sentiment for Palestine, they're like, look, you get out of here, which honestly, they're not wrong to do. But like the executives in Hollywood at large is just not keeping up with how fed up people are as a whole. Because usually it's not this bad. Usually it's, here's what the take was that I had, right? People utilize streaming and Hollywood and music as escapism, right? There are the woes of their life as working class people under capitalism, and they would go to these forms of entertainment to escape from the woes of real life. However, society, especially American like society, has deteriorated so far that there is no escape, right? Like your neighbors are being kidnapped outside of their homes. Feel me? Your trans siblings are being systematically removed from society, right? There's a genocide going on, being funded by the tax money that that the government is taking from you, and they won't even give you things like healthcare. They won't even fix your roads. And so you're just like, there is no escapism, right? There is nowhere for me to go. And now you open up your stream, you open up twitch.tv, and you look up your favorite streamer to watch when it was, oh, everybody's playing Among Us, and you see them, right? Multi-millionaires completely ignoring the fact that, your cousin just got taken by ICE. You feel me? Completely ignoring the fact that you see a genocide happening and you think that's reprehensible, but they're just, oh, we're gonna play power washing simulator or whatever. You know what I mean? We're gonna play water park simulator or whatever, And so you see that and you're like, how out of touch can you be, right? And that's the point. That's why I've seen no less than a dozen tweets, all with more than 10,000 likes, about this Emiru clip, right? Mine has 20,000 because that's where people are. You know what I mean? That's where people are. People are at a point, especially when it comes to domestic issues, right? In ICE roaming their neighborhoods. ICE used to go to the other neighborhoods over there, right? But now ICE is in their neighborhoods. They see ICE on the street corners. They see ICE arresting people. They turn on their local news, right? And they see ICE, flagrantly violating people's rights. They see ICE murdering American citizens. And they're like, that's too far. This is too far. And then they see these multimillionaire streamers who made their money off of the back of working class people They get to turn their ears off and be like, "What's going on? Huh? I can't hear anything. My money is stuffed in my ears." And it frustrates them. And if you're a streamer who is apolitical and doesn't want to talk about this stuff, the best thing you can do is not mention it. And hopefully your audience, right, doesn't realize that maybe you don't care about their rights. Right? You want to kind of shrink down and hopefully to fly under the radar, so your audience doesn't realize that you don't give a fuck about them. The worst thing you can do is what Emiru did here and let her audience know that she doesn't care about them. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about your family being taken from you and kids being separated at the border. She doesn't care about American citizens being slaughtered in the streets by a unaccountable Gestapo, right? Funded by our tax dollars. She doesn't care about a genocide going on that is flagrantly murdering men, women, and children. A whole lot of children, right? And because you don't care about that, what you should do is you hope that no one ever brings it up. If they bring it up, you skip it. You just scroll past the message. Because that's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is let your audience know that you don't care about their well-being. And that's what Emiru did here. Right? She thought she was being apolitical. Right? She thought that she could ride the fence and be neutral on ICE. She didn't realize that now the base has realized that neutrality is support. We've been saying that. You know, we've been saying that. We've been on the camp of like, your neutrality is support for the status quo. Your neutrality is complicity. But now you have the Debras. You have the 45-year-old white women who are like, yo, neutrality is complicity, down with capitalism. You know, that's why I said about Chuck Schumer in my tweet as well, and one of my other tweets. Can you read some of the comments? Fuck no. Right? I said, you got moderate white women talking about abolition, and this is the best you can come up with? What a joke of a party. Right? You have moderate white women talking about abolition. Right? You have the normie base who is like, yo, things have gone too far. If you're neutral in the face of what's going on here, you are siding with the Republicans. You're siding with Trump, and you are not an ally of us. Right? You need to go. Yo, Kicho? Kicho? Hey. Here. Here. Hey. Dougie. Aw. Dougie. Let go of my hair. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Hey. Trying to bite my hair off. Dumb doggy. Hey, come here. Two balls bit off my hair, bro. Ugh. Ow. You got Barbs and Debs that would join the Bolsheviks, and Schumer showing us a little he cares about the U.S. and the people living here. Yeah. But that's kind of the problem. Neutrality doesn't work. It doesn't work. You see what Denham said? No, I did not see what Denham said.
When did people on the right get so soy? You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a chud. No, it tells me everything I need to know.
The right was always soy. That's kind of the point. Hold on. Nix, I can hear you. She got into her treats. So she's not eating today. She ate like probably about 40 treats. She's probably gonna throw them up too. They gotta clean it up. I can still hear you, doggy. She went back to her food, I guess. I guess those treats weren't enough for her. Now she's eating her food now.
About the character of someone who talks about things this way.
About
When did people on the right get so soy? You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a chud. No, it tells me everything I need to know about the character of someone who talks about things this way. I don't know why this, I mean, it's intentional ignorance, but that's okay. It tells me everything I need to know about this person. If you are fine with commenting on things you don't know about when it benefits you, when you know your audience will like you talking about it, that's one thing. But then for you to use an opportunity or ignore an opportunity where you could talk about something, maybe your audience doesn't like it, maybe you could educate them on it a little bit, but you choose not to, you're just siding with whatever your chud or chudette audience wants to hear. She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say fuck ICE. It's not that hard of a concept. You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying fuck ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say fuck.
Can you give a perfect example of speaking up? Yeah, not to plug my own YouTube video again. I always will do this, you know. 7 months ago, ICE protests in LA why silence from creators is dangerous. You know, maybe I should change the thumbnail to add Emiru in here. I heard changing the title and thumbnail will was this after Emiru's video? This was 7 months ago. That's what FD does? Yeah. Oh, yes, the Denim Clips was after Emiru's video. Do that and re-upload. Oh, I can re-upload it. That's a good point, actually. It only has 6,000 views. Right, my YouTube channel is going through a period of turbulence, I'll say. Cinna's her roommate, just copy what Cinna says, make your life easier. Yeah, but that comes with the implication that she actually believes that. Right? And that's kind of that's why I disagree with the people who are saying like, oh, why don't you just say what Cinna says? Or why didn't Bonnie and Cinna talk to her? Like, you're implying that she doesn't believe that ICE is a legitimate institution. And I'm sorry, I haven't seen anything from Emiru that describes otherwise. Cinna believes that. I mean, yes, Cinna believes that. Right, but I don't think Emiru believes that. You know, I have not seen anything from Emiru that gives me confidence that she doesn't believe exactly what she said, which is that she doesn't care and it doesn't matter, and she thinks you're a loser if you actually do care about it. You know what I mean? That. So when people are like, oh, I wish that Cinna would just talk to her, like that would imply that, you know, Cinna makes her care about other people. And I just haven't seen any evidence that she does. I mean, she was fine with having a podcast with Tectone and Asmongold for years. Right? They had his rapist dad on. You know? It's the Penguin Charlie method. Say nothing but slightly aligned with the right. No, that's not even the case. Charlie is Charlie is more radical than she is. Charlie came out and spoke against ICE multiple times, and Charlie has been consistently against the immigration system. I will give him that at least. I think he's still a fence sitter, right? but Charlie has been consistently against immigration because it affected his own business in Moist Esports. Okay, so this is the head mod that asked her. Yes. What are your thoughts on Ice Hassanet at Emiru? It's so dumb. Like, why does the streamer say what guys validate? It makes no sense. Yes, this was a joke because they were talking about going to China and stuff, and so this was a joke comparing Emiru to Hassan, and she was like, okay, well, if you're basically Hassan now, what are your thoughts on Ice? And then Emiru went off, and this person was like, yeah, why does it make sense? Why does it validate it? It's so dumb. The mod doesn't get it. I mean, the mod does whatever the streamer does or says. Charlie doesn't play when people ask him what his positions are. Well, because I think Charlie does believe something. I think he has some beliefs. Yeah. But I think for Emiru it's a little bit different because she's friends with people who have bad beliefs that she knows that she can't co-sign because of the brand risk of it. Giving her mod ass makes this seem like it's intentional skip to give her possible deniability. What? No. I don't think that's the case. But even if that was, I don't understand what that would do. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? What plausible deniability is she getting from saying that she doesn't know what ICE is, or that she doesn't want to speak about ICE? I think it's very simple. I think she was talking about going to China. Her mod made a comparison between her and Hassan because Hassan is known to love China. And Emiru responded to that comparison comment to be like, you know, why do people even want takes from me? Because she saw people in her chat being like, yo, fuck guys, yada, 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 or whatever. You know, like, why do people want to know what I have to say, kind of thing. I don't think it's like a skit or anything like that. Or like a setup. You think she plays dumb or is really this dumb? I don't think she said anything that was dumb. Like that was like intellectually dumb. I think she just is a coward. I don't think she's a unique figure here. I think she's a streamer who is cowardly, who is afraid of her brand being slightly perceived as you know, risky by talking about what she sees is political. That's it. I think it's that simple. I genuinely don't think she cares about ICE, but I think she wanted to use it as an example to be like, you know, why do people ask what my thoughts are? I'm just a gamer. Let me game, kind of thing. I think that she's just right wing. I mean, I think she's a centrist, which is kind of the same thing. So I don't disagree. The only time she talks about politics is when she's personally impacted, or when she talks about how she doesn't talk about politics. That kind of thing. There are multiple instances of Emiru only talking about politics to talk about how she doesn't talk about it. This isn't a unique thing for Emiru. She's talking about this all the time. Right? It's just different now. You know what I mean? It's just different now because the normie base doesn't like neutrality. They are against neutrality. They are fundamentally against neutrality. That's why. She got away with this last year when she said she didn't vote. She got away with this last year when she said she doesn't care about politics. She doesn't talk about the war because no one cares what she had to say. She said the exact same thing she said here in this video. Right? The only thing that changed is the audience. And the audience doesn't have any tolerance for neutrality in the face of very overt oppression. When it was happening to black and brown people quietly, it was fine. It was whatever. But the fact that it's happening very openly and publicly in broad daylight to American citizens, you know, white women, mothers, ICU nurses. People are like, okay, this is a problem. And now they see your neutrality as standing with the opposition, which it is, rightfully so. And Emiru was confused by why what she always says is different than what she is saying now. You know? Yeah, let's see with this Denim's post.
ICE. And I don't know if you know this. If you're an adult in this country, you should be the minimal amount invested in politics. Because you live here. There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What? If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not going to pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff. This is by far like the, I think, dumbest American quality. Saying I'm not into politics.
Oh my goodness, my freaking legs. Sorry. Nick's peed in the house, so I had to clean it up. And I got some breakfast. Which are trending. Human authentic, human realistic, luge. Why is it trending a lot? Why is human authentic and human realistic trending in Los Angeles? What are people typing in? Here, I'll finish this off.
Not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say fuck ICE. It's not that hard of a concept. You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying fuck ICE. What about Cinna? These are, you don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say fuck ICE. And I don't know if you know this. If you're an adult in this country, you should be the minimal amount invested in politics. Because you live here. There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What? If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not going to pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff. This is by far like the, I think, dumbest American quality. Saying I'm not into politics.
What's for breakfast? Blueberry cream cheese baked oats. This is the last that I had in my pan. I had to make some more. Yeah, mine's also a mod in Asmon's chat. That's not a surprise. Yeah, there are mod everywhere. There's no way you can mod this many channels at once. Also, Rich Campbell, not a surprise. This is how I feel when my mods get taken. Oh wait, no. These are all Asmongo's mods. Oh. I thought these were all the channels that this channel modded.
When did people on the right get so soy? You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a child.
She had that mod modding her chat. Also, I forgot the mod's name. Oh, Alley Kitty. This one. But yeah, that's sort of where the Emiru thing is. It's just that, like, honestly, despite everything else, this should just be embarrassing. You should be embarrassed, right, to have this position. You know? I'm gonna clip of them playing games together off stream. We already know that they're friends. Yeah. All right, I found it. I had a bookmark saved. At least when we post it because it's politics. True. Oh, I didn't cover that. So we have a link to it. Apparently, LSF banned all politics. I guess Stale 2K getting unmodded made them change their ways. Again, yes, again. They banned all politics again. Maybe this time it'll stick. Or maybe they'll find another carve out for why Hassan is still allowed or something. You know? This is back with a new video, by the way. We'll put it on the docket. Where's it at? I put it somewhere. Where'd I put it? Oh, here.
Played, TFT, Team Fight Tactics. I don't know how I got involved playing that game.
You know what I've been doing on my days off recently is I usually still have to be at my computer to like do like work. I'll just buy my friends. I'll buy them games that I like playing and make them stream it for me on Discord.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was on a Discord call with somebody. Like, I was like streaming PoE to them. Fucking until 7:30 in the morning, all right? I stayed up so late last night. Hey, I played 3 games of Mega Bonk with my friend, and I got on Discord, and I was like, I was screen sharing, and I just kept dying on map 1. I go to S-Fans party. I haven't.
Yeah, like they're friends. This isn't a surprise. You know, it's already out. Close friends, yeah, like it's just the case. Are you up at 7 playing games with Asmon? I mean, they're friends. Asmon had a lot of friends before his huge thing. You ever watch the D'Angelo's second Caleb Hammer? We watched like half of it. We couldn't finish it. There was just too much stuff going on. It was more of the same.
Decided yet? I don't know. I'm gonna probably lay down, maybe take a nap, and I will be back on tomorrow.
Hello. How's it going? Are we late?
No. I'm probably gonna I'll give the second one away to someone. I don't know who yet. I picked this one up last night from the store.
Did you get the Switch too? No, I didn't. I went to a. It's actually kind of funny. I went to the midnight release of the Switch last night with somebody else, and they got their Switch, but I didn't get my Switch. And so I got home about like probably 3 in the morning almost. No, 2, because I had to do a meeting at 2 a.m.
Yeah, I think we get the point. They're friends. They're friends. They're friends with each other. This is just the case. Very, very close friends. Okay, don't do that. Like, they're bad people with like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, they must be fucking or whatever. We don't do that here. I think that's cringe. Did you know they also had a podcast together? Yes, with Rape Tone. His boyfriend doesn't have a case. Can we be normal? Twitch chat? No. No, they cannot. And look at Lakari, what a lineup. True. And so... Oh, it's my video. Hold on. This was after Titan got banned and removed.
Whoa. Welcome to Steak and Eggs. It'll be episode 81. Looks like we finally made it past the dreaded, last episode?
Oh, yeah, true.
That's right.
Yeah, we made it. It's still alive.
This is the forbidden episode,
Shit,
gentlemen.
wait, should I make a new prediction then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no.
New prediction. Let's hear it.
Episode 96, something's gonna happen.
Okay, 15?
Yeah, 15.
Got it. All right.
We got 15 weeks.
15 weeks left. All right.
That's a few months. Well, hopefully by then something...
Well, I think they just stopped posting on this, and Lakari did get banned. Did Lakari get unbanned, or is he still banned? It hasn't been 2 weeks. Still banned. Okay. Yeah, now they only got 4 more episodes in. I guess they stopped here. They increased the ban length. He's still banned. Okay. I was like, we're not dropping freaking mulatto on the freaking in my chat. What are we talking about? What is up with y'all today? What is up with y'all today? They J. Cole, stop, please. Please.
Always does.
So what have y'all been doing this week?
Just observing
Yeah.
all the shit that's been happening.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, so like the TikTok ban was like
Yes.
6 hours.
Yes.
And then that was right before Trump's inauguration.
Yes.
Switch 2 got announced.
Yes.
I don't think there's some Elon stuff that happened since our last episode. Some pirate stuff that happened since our last episode.
And you saw he was so mad.
Bro, yeah.
Mad?
Wait, who was mad?
He was mad at me.
Wait, did you not see this?
No, wait, who's mad at you?
Yeah, Elon Musk was mad at me.
Oh yeah,
he pissed.
He like took off your check mark and everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Were you sad?
Well, no, because like so I had an like he DMs.
So she is political. Okay, let's I want to see what they say about the Trump crypto coin.
He wrote, yeah. So there we go. And so it's, to be fair, I mean, like I would say it was overvalued, but basically what happened is that I think a lot of people, and this is going to sound really sad, but a lot of people had confidence where to draw the line because people like to do a lot of both. Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because like we've been going for kind of a while.
Yeah, we've been.
Any missed topics?
I'm trying to think.
We didn't talk about politics at all. You know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, Trump got elected and he's going to fix everything. And by next week, the world's going to be saved.
Did you see that opening, that cinematic Trump had of America? It's like kind of crazy.
Bro, did you watch the YMCA performance?
I didn't watch that one.
So this is after. So he's already given.
I mean, so she's okay with talking about politics. She just kind of, again, willfully ignorant. She ignores it until it gets to a point where like, until it like, you know, is good for content. So she knows what's going on with ICE. She just like pretends like she doesn't because she doesn't want to, not political, but doesn't have a problem talking about right-wing things. Exactly. Hey, Nixie, chill. She wants my food, but I'm almost done with it.
Speeches, right? So this guy, this is the last thing, and then I guess we can wrap it up. So this dude goes and for the first time in American history, fills up an entire auditorium stage of people on his first day of the presidency, or like on day 0. Like he started the day before. This is the inauguration, and it's like
I'm sorry. You can't like sit next to like Trump glaze, pretending like you're apolitical. You can't. You cannot.
At night. So he's already been going for 12 hours. He goes to the middle of the fucking stage and he starts signing executive orders in the middle of the fucking stadium. And then he starts throwing the pins that he signed it off at the fucking random ass people. He leaves that and then he goes to his office and he's signing more executive.
Yeah, but like nobody took Asmongold seriously when he said he was apolitical. At least I didn't. You on a U.S. Mexico border wall as if it was a high school field trip? Yeah, Cheddar. I broke the news. That's the first thing we talked about. Right? My tweet only got 20,000 likes. You are late. I said it first. But no, yeah, we covered it. So.
Orders, talking shit to reporters the entire time. Then after that, he goes to a presidential ball where they give him a sword and he's dancing.
I just want to point out that like this is not like new content for Asmon. And by extension, like Lakari and Tecto when he was here and Emiru. But people were fine with collaborating with him. People were fine with collaborating with Emiru and Asmon and Tectone and Lakari and all of these people on stream, off stream, things like that. Emiru's racist for sure. I haven't seen enough to classify Emiru as racist, right? I think she's a liar about how much she's tapped into politics. Right? I don't think she habitually follows it, but I think that she has political beliefs, as everybody does, and she just pretend like she doesn't believe anything because it's better for her brand than actually coming out as what she actually believes. You know?
To YMCA in a suit while he's like, and JD Vance is doing the same thing, and then he cuts this fucking cake, and all of this happened in one day.
God bless America, man.
Holy shit.
God bless
the
America.
Content president.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Actual content president.
Yes, it's amazing.
He would have been a really good streamer, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he had a huge TV show for years.
Yeah.
Like, and you've got to remember, whenever they tried to shoot him, you know what he did before he like got up?
What did he do?
Fixed his hair.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you go back and you watch the video, he fixed his fucking hair.
Did he actually?
He
This
did.
glaze is
Because he
crazy.
knew
He knew the cameras were on him.
He knew the camera was on him?
everybody was gonna see this. And he's like, oh, I've got to fix my hair to make sure this looks
Unless
good.
she didn't talk about politics. Maybe I misheard her. Let's play this clip again, because maybe
Like there's
maybe she said something that I misunderstood. I thought she didn't talk about politics.
like there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to like say their opinions on like important topics. I get that, right? But it's like if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to like
Tier 1 sub to
get off the
Castlevania.
internet. Like
They have given
just
43
stop,
gift
like,
subs to the
Schrodinger's
channel.
politic, right? She simultaneously, when people ask her about her opinion on like moral issues, she doesn't know anything about politics. We asked about Palestine, asked about ICE. Oh, I don't know anything about politics. When it comes about right-wing figures like Trump, she's like, oh, actual content president. You know, she's tapped into what Trump is talking about, what Trump is doing. But like, and she'll talk about that. But like, you know, when it comes to be like, hey, can you talk about how ICE is killing American citizens and how Palestinians are being slaughtered by U.S. weaponry? Oh, well, I don't talk about politics. It only seemed to be like apoliticism for anything vaguely left-wing or moral. You know? Interesting.
like hello, like I don't like what, like how am I gonna? I don't know. Get help, like even like I don't know. Like
Because everybody's gonna talk about this.
God damn.
Even whenever he else gets shot in the fucking face.
He lives and dies for it, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like yesterday he announced literally a project called Stargate.
What's Stargate?
It's a $500 billion project that he's working with like OpenAI, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and like a few other companies on to create the first not artificial general intelligence, but artificial super intelligence.
Oh, that's kind of... Are we gonna see...
Well, here's the really
Terminator?
funny thing about that, is that the day before that, he signed an executive order that completely got rid of a lot of the restrictions for like ethical concerns that AI had. And then the day after that, he announces this shit.
Oh.
The content president.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
We'll find out in 5 years.
This is curse fear,
Or
right?
10 years.
Oh,
You're so
Yeah.
right.
There's a lot of movies.
You're so right. It is. It's the inverse fear and. And Asmongold's Hassan. Making everything political. It is the bizarro fear and. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know, that have their opinion on
Why
it.
is he doing this?
Well, because China's going to do it. And so it's like, if we don't do it, then they'll do it. That's basically it, right? I mean, so like you either compete or you die. That's it. And so that's his viewpoint, I'm sure. Like, I mean, I haven't talked to Trump about this, but that's if I would assume, that's what I would assume. Do you think
Terminator is going to be real?
Skynet? Yeah.
Yeah, Skynet is coming, actually. Mm-hmm. Is China actually going to do it?
Why wouldn't they? I mean, it's like, it's the same as a nuclear bomb, right? Like, if you have it and they don't, you have this massive advantage that's insurmountable.
Yeah, I guess with an AI super intelligence, it could literally do anything.
Oh, there's a lot of, oh man, a lot to go over with that. A lot to go over.
I guess that's a story for next time, huh, guys?
I think it might be.
We can talk about that next week.
We can talk about it next week, yeah. I'm interested, actually.
Anyway, gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. We really appreciate it. And
I'm curious. Average IQ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Steak and Eggs.
Two were pretty close.
Is it all stuff? Well, I mean, you say you didn't watch, but is it all stuff like bad takes or like because Hassan hasn't like done anything, right?
There's
He
nothing.
just says stuff that makes some people mad.
Yeah.
How is Hassan? I went to a random timestamp. Why are you talking about Hassan? I literally clicked a random timestamp. How did Hassan get involved?
A lot of bullshit. It's like, I mean, it comes out and for like month hostile towards him. Like then now that like at this
point,
it's
Ethan
right?
Klein. It's like Ethan. It's a content cop. Content cop. That's what it is. You probably chart Asmongold making a podcast more political with each episode. Yeah. Wonder why Emmy felt so comfortable speaking about the Ethan lawsuits. Emiru regularly did a podcast with Asmon. Yes. Asmongold, who we know, Tech Tone, who's Rape Tone, and a Lakari now, who's the CSAM guy. So the guy gets for sticking ads. Yeah, and this is like one of Hassan's biggest L's. Like, this is not a surprise. Hassan has been a notable, horrible judge of character. Just really bad. Historically so bad, yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, Hassan was on second edge with Tech Tone.
There's fire.
No, it's
Anyway. See? Tech Tone, Will, Hassan, Emiru, and Asmongold. I'm pretty sure I hear something. I hear something. There was also a Fearing episode. Yeah, when Joy Ozik and Hassan went to Austin to support him. Hassan Trey really left the station. No, they were doing it. This was only a year ago, chat. They were doing fucking Hassan content at this point. This was only in 2024. Like, I'm pretty sure Hassan and Asmon were going back and forth at some point in this conversation. If it was launched, yeah. Oh, it is almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. But it wasn't as bad as it was now, obviously. But there was some tension, some beef going on. I'm having a good day. Thank you. I am having a decent day. If you can't tell, my voice is kind of coming back a little bit. It's the drama. It's revitalizing me. It's revitalizing me. Also, Jen, thank you for the 7 months. And sort of something, thank you for the gift sub to Castlevania. And I have to use the bathroom a little bit. Yeah, actually, I'll leave you with this video that I made. Bigger tweet, by the way. Which one? I had 2 tweets that banged today. I'm telling you, my Twitter motion is back. I went into a lull where like my tweets weren't doing as well. Like, this one only had 3K. This one had 2K. Right? I guess I lied, actually. My tweets have always been doing pretty decently. My lowest tweet was this Critical Role tweet with 767. I'm trying to get those, I'm trying to get it as a guest on Critical Role. It's possible. I need to do just more D&D content. And I'm working on something, chat. I am working on something. So we're just lying now. Shot as a critter. I love Critical Role, bro. It's awesome. My goal is to just get on one guest episode. I can be on a one shot, just on one episode. I'll play Daggerheart, bro. I will play Daggerheart. If you need somebody to test out and run a Daggerheart and like you're playing a Daggerheart, let me know. I'll do it. I'll do it. That's my goal. That's my stretch goal. I love season 2, bounce off of others, but the one shots are always fire. Yeah, season 2 is the best season of Critical Role in my opinion. It's really good. Care about your tweet messages is the biggest red flag. Hey, call me China the way I have all these red flags, because I do indeed care about my tweet metrics. Each season a different campaign, yes, and they're each like 100-something episodes. So is what it is. They're all like 100-something episodes. I was like, I have to pee really badly though. So I have to use the bathroom. So here, watch this while we continue. A series to watch into the D&D. If you want a long-running series, Campaign 2 is a great place to start for Critical Role. Short series, Fantasy High, D20, Dimension 20. Yeah. I'm getting Critical Role so bad. I mainly watch Arrowverse and Legend of Evantris. I watch Legend of Evantris, some short form content. I think they're funny. The Extra Calamity is the best entry in my opinion. I only watched episode 1, so I haven't finished it yet. But I take your word for it. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I had to do season 2 of Critical Role recognition, but it's so long and I don't have the time. I mean, you're gonna have to invest some time anyway. So enjoy the journey. You know, it's like One Piece. That you are, you know, that the government is taking from you, and they won't even give you things like healthcare. They won't even fix your roads. And so you're just like, there is no escapism, right? There is nowhere for me to go. And now you open up your stream, you open up twitch.tv, and you look up your favorite streamer to watch when it was, oh, everybody's playing Among Us, and you see them, right? Multi-millionaires completely ignoring the fact that, you know, your cousin just got taken by ICE. You feel me? Completely ignoring the fact that you see a genocide happening and you think that's reprehensible, but they're just, oh, we're gonna play power washing simulator or whatever. You know what I mean? We're gonna play water park simulator or whatever, you know? And so you see that and you're like, how out of touch can you be, right? I'm dealing with the woes of my life, right? And you can't even like acknowledge like, hey, there are bad things going on. I acknowledge that, right? If you want to get away from that, come here, right? You're just like, hey, there are no bad things going on. Feel me? What a great life we live, right? And people see that and they're just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I have a theory about this because so many streamers are upset about viewership dropping. I know something that changed, but political streamers are still doing well. It really does seem like people can't pretend anymore. Yeah, that's true. It's true. And people take their anger out for either if their viewership dropping or for their audience being more hostile towards their content and their lack of, you know, their lack of coverage about current events, right? Or their lack of morals. Yeah. And they take that out on the political content creators. Right? On the political streamers. They look at us and they're like, y'all did this, right? Namely, they look at Hassan, to be entirely fair. They're not looking at me. You feel me? They're looking at Hassan. They look at Hassan and they're saying, you did this, you know? It's your fault. You feel me? It can't be me. It can't be the fact that my audience has shifted, right? And acknowledged that a genocide is occurring and they want me to do that as well. No, it must not be that. It must be that Hassan's audience, their wokeness has infested and invaded, you know, into the wider streaming landscape. And if only there wasn't politics on the platform, everything would go back to how it was in 2020. Everything would go back to how it was in 2021. And it just objectively is not the case, right? Because when you have literally Republicans who were like, dog, we gotta stop whatever happened in Gaza, right? It's like 40% of freaking Republicans. And that's not even getting started about like the 80% of Democrats who believe that we should stop sending weapons to Israel, right? It's objectively most of the country. So in most of the country is in an understanding that like, hey, genocide is bad and we should not be funding it. There's this abhorrent thing that is happening right now and we should be addressing it. And you see these multimillionaires who got rich and famous off the backs of the audience pretend like nothing's wrong. That's going to frustrate people. Apparently Mulligan has described him as a senator for the left. I mean, it's true. Some woke viewers infested the country. Yeah. Population is not being heard on pretty much anything. Exactly. And unfortunately, streamers are just the most accessible target for that anger. This is not unique to the streaming landscape. It's happening in Hollywood. It's happening in the music industry, right? It's happening to actual celebrities. People are yelling at Taylor Swift. The Swifties are mad. The Swifties are angry. The Swifties are yelling at her. The Swifties are calling her a mediocre white woman who doesn't use her platform well. If that's not indicative of where people are, I don't know what is. And unfortunately for streamers, they are just the most accessible targets for that anger. They are literally the most accessible celebrities, right? Streamers are the only millionaires you can directly talk to.
Is it about
I can't see
Emiru?
this. You might have sent me a private tweet. Or you might have sent me a tweet from somebody who's blocked me. So, no, I think it's private. Or it's deleted. So I have no idea what it is. Chatter. You need to send a screenshot or something in an Imgur. But does that make sense? Does that make sense as to like why things are so or feel so different now? Because I saw this tweet from Abe that literally asked that question. Why does streaming feel so different now? I think also Sidion had I don't know what Abe's Twitter is.
Wow.
Oh, here. That's the part that bothers me. It's these streamers who don't have moral fortitude to speak out because they don't want to risk getting hate, having a platform and not using it out of fear. And then just get out. Yes, that this is how a lot of people feel as well. But I think that's a part of the same conversation, right? That's the same thing about like streamers just not meeting the moment. The audience has this expectation about like it is moral to speak out against the genocide, and you're not doing that, right? Over here, yeah. I think this perfectly applies. Okay, they were 21 months. So many people were politically numb during the Biden years, and that time is over now. Yeah, and then the problem is that political numbness, right, is what causes the backswing of the fascism that we see now to happen. That's the deeper conversation. It's not even diametrically opposed to each other. Like, it's because of that numbness, and because the Democrats taking advantage of that numbness to then validate and concede on a lot of these different things. Is what causes that fascism to even take place. So I check Brendan's GMing and C4 is on fire. You gotta be waking up at 9 a.m. on time just to take part in the live stream. The stream at 9 a.m. It's crazy. Real Voice, yeah, Real Voice. Also, I haven't seen any campaign 4 yet. I watched Critical Role in order. So I'm still on campaign 3. Just at 10 a.m. ish for me. I have to wake up early to get ready. But yeah, that's kind of where the Emiru conversation is. currently, it's crazy that a mod was the one who asked the ice question. It's actually not. I don't think it is. I think it makes perfect sense in context. Are you done talking about how I just saw a good video about why the guy about Crimes New Roman? Oh yeah, it's on the docket. Give us some hope's core for all this darkness in the world, please. Things are great. It's amazing. I had some baked oats today. They were delicious. I always look forward to baked oats. Yeah, see, I have the video up here. But I think that covers it. I don't think the mod comment was like a ploy for Emiru to talk about ice or whatever. I think it was just the mod was making a joke comparing Emiru to Hassan and used ice as the example. And then Emiru took that as an opportunity to just talk about why she thinks people should leave her alone about politics, kind of thing. That's what I think it was. But yeah, but like this video that I posted, I think it's still let people know ice in your neighborhood, protect your neighbors. Like that's not nothing. Here. Goes to the end. Some time, something, right? And I want to give a special one to something. I don't know. I think it's gross. I had to take it here that I want to show. I just don't remember where it was. Well, basically, this video is about me talking about why creators speaking up about ice is important, right? Why silence from creators is dangerous. So 7 months ago. Because okay, we're gonna start with this. So what I want to talk about today is about something that we saw happen a few days ago to yesterday, and that is large creators speaking out in support of either in support of the protests or against ICE as an institution. Right, it's something I saw with Tina, but also happened with Cinna and a bunch of other creators speaking out against these things. And so I want to take a look at some of these things, what creators are saying, and talk about why I think it's important for creators to speak out on these issues and why I'm so tough on creators to speak out on these issues deeper than just this one specific instance. Also, this person said that Tina talked about this for a while. There was like a discussion, and this was just the ending part of the discussion. I am curious to see the full discussion. Yeah, that's what this video is about. Sean sounds so young. Yeah, when I don't sound like I've smoked 12 packs a day because of my my voice being lost. Oh, how much changes in 7 months. Don't smoke, kids. Don't smoke. It's bad for you. It's bad for you. Jeez Louise. It's getting better. It was worse yesterday, bro. Hope you find your voice. I found my voice. That was a song for one of my favorite shows on Netflix that lasted 2 seasons and no one ever talks about. It was called Lost and Found Music Company. Or Lost and Found Music Studio. Something like that. Y'all heard of that show, chat? Lost and Found Music Studios. No, it's a Canadian show, apparently. I found my voice. How'd your voice get maxed out? I was on a game show.
Hello, here is my confession. I tried to go with the flow, but didn't flow in my direction.
What is this editing? It was like a young, not young, it was like a teenage show about a music studio. People were making songs.
I guess I have
Did you meet Wayne Brady? Maybe. Thinking about this drama?
I saw him running with the pack, but they were going where I was going. Everyone was acting like as if they were right, but I did not buy it. No, I did not buy it. I said I'm going back till there's no one left, till there's no one left. Now I'm standing on my own. It's me.
You better say that. So pattern twins is Tumblr. I'm telling you. Did you watch this? Like 9 years ago when it came out. It's not even on Netflix anymore. Shout out to Halo. I literally can't. I know all the lyrics though. Hello, here is my confession. That's another very confusing moment. I lost my voice. And the chat was like, I hope you find your voice. And then I started singing, I found my voice. Have you found your voice? I have not found my voice. I was like, I was wondering if anybody has ever heard of Lost and Found Music Studio. This has 1.3 million views, so people listened to it before. Honestly, I'm surprised nobody in here have ever heard of Lost and Found Music Studio. Usually I'll reference some random niche thing and someone would be like, oh, I remember, I've heard of this before. Right? This is the first time where I referenced something and nobody's ever heard of it. You know what I mean? They also had another song that was like called Firecracker. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. You are a firecracker. Also, oh yes, I remember this song because every one of these songs, not everyone, but some of these songs always had the black guy who busted it down with the rap solo. He's like, yeah, firecracker, I'm a target matcher. Everyone. This one. What's your first impression of me? Tell me, what do you see? And it's
What's your first impression of me? Tell me, what do you see? You think you know me, but you only know the outside. Don't you know that looks can deceive? Cause I got more up my sleeve. Yeah, there's a shimmer, there's a flicker burning inside. Sometimes I'm shy, sometimes I'm quiet, but you gotta stand back to see who I am. I'm about to blow your mind.
Come on, here we go.
Yeah, I'm a firecracker, strike the match, I'm taking over. Let me up, let me up, let me up.
Hey.
Let me up, let me up.
Y'all better sing it.
I'm a firecracker, going off like it don't matter. Let me up, let me up, let me up. Everybody's so
Wish on 11. I will never be shamed for loving good music.
Don't faze me, I'll keep smiling. And if you think I don't look like much, just wait till I open up.
It's giving Disney Channel because it is.
True colors will be
It's not actually Disney Channel, but it's so Disney coded. And like, you're not a real fan of me if you don't know that I will just start singing Disney Channel songs anytime. All the time. Literally, I'll just be streaming and I'll just start singing Disney Channel. This is literally one of the most consistent things that I do here, okay? Let It Shine, for example, exactly like Let It Shine. Sing song right now.
The Black says, she's my African princess.
Alama_just
Her beauty's
subscribed.
crazy. I watch her
VIB.
from the crowd. Her voice is so amazing. She make her mama proud. I try to send her flowers, but she has no address. Her home is in her heart. It's like she never left. This is more than a crush, more than a light, more than a love. Baby, I'ma make you mine, and I'm not giving up. It's more than a crush, more than a light, more than a love. Baby, I'ma make you mine, and I'm not giving up. Don't run away from the truth. 'Cause I'm not giving up on you. Don't run away from the truth. 'Cause I'm not giving up on you. Wait. Trying to the secret theater kid. Honestly, my biggest regret is not doing theater in school. Please see some High School Musical. I don't dance. I know you can. Not a chance. Oh, I can do this and you can do that, but I don't dance. Hit it out of the park. Oh, I got it in me. I got it in me. Y'all don't know. Do local community theater now. That would be a fun stream, wouldn't it? And then they kissed. Missed opportunity. Disney is homophobic. They hated Ryan because he was gay, and they didn't want Ryan and curly-headed Corbin Blue character, I forgot his name, to get together because they're homophobic. The tension in there was crazy, and they didn't want to give the people what they wanted. That's it. This is the case. Then Kenny Ortega want them to be gay. It made sense. We switched clothes. It literally made sense.
Sometimes I'm shy, sometimes I'm quiet, but you gotta stand back to see who I am. I'm about to blow your mind. Yeah, I'm a firecracker, strike the match, I'm taking over. Let me up, let me up, let me up. Let me up, let me up. Yeah, I'm a firecracker, going off like it don't matter. Let me up, let me up, let me up.
Rap break.
Yeah, firecracker. I'm that problem hatcher. Anything I see or anything I don't like,
I told you they did it, chat.
Bring my girl vibes and you know I gotta say hi, oh. I know I come out pretty strong. But really, what is wrong? Nothing would be if you just light me up, hey, oh. Hey, light me up, hey, oh. Hey, light me up, oh. Let me up, oh. Hey.
Gonna explode. Gonna explode. Gonna explode. Gonna explode like a firecracker.
And then we bring it back.
I'm telling you. Oh, see, he's rapping some more.
Again and again, and then we bring it back again and again. I'm saying, oh.
And then we bring it back again and again, and then we bring it back again and again.
Yeah, okay now. Oh.
And then we bring it back again and again, and then we bring it back again.
And now we slow it down,
What would you say if you never played?
I'm telling you, this was my show, chat. This was my show. Okay, one more. What was that song? Okay, hold on. Hold on, in the studio, jam session. There was one with John. This one, You See Through Me. This was my jam. This was my jam.
Thinking about the day when we first met. The way you made me feel and how you left. What I wouldn't give just to be more. To be something that you hold and you adore. Look in my eyes and see what you mean to me. Feel the beat of my heart. I need to believe that I could walk
guy reminded me of Jason Todd from Titans.
You see through me.
I could walk through fiery burning love.
Do the girls carry the show? Oh no, the girls did carry the show, Chad. 100%.
What to say to pull me in before you walk away, but I don't wanna go through this again. To act like I'm okay just being friends. Look in my eyes, see what you mean to me, feel the beat of my heart.
Bro, I was singing this thinking about my 7th grade girlfriend. I was like, yeah, bro. She's so
burning love. You still wouldn't feel the heat, it burns in me. Just see through me.
I could walk through fiery burning love.
Victoria, just going on. I'm putting you on. That's what's going on. To Lost and Found Music Studio.
Now I'm calling out, I don't have the words to say. Maybe in another life it could be another way. In another life you'll stay. Look in my eyes, see what you mean to me, feel the beat of my heart. I need to believe that I could walk through fiery burning love, and you still wouldn't feel the heat. Feel the heat, it burns in me. Look in my eyes.
They be singing in Glee. Because if they be singing, I will watch it. I love me a good musical. I love me a good show with songs in it. They never stop singing. I'm listening to it. And that's my next show. That is my next show. The whole show is singing. That's the entire show. If it's bad, I'm going to be disappointed in you. I will be disappointed. Because after singing in Glee, I did. Don't think yourself, it's so bad. And we're getting an echo. What echo? There is no echo in Bossing Say. It's so bad it's good. It's bad it's good.
See what you mean to me, feel the beat of my heart. And I need to believe that I could walk through fiery burning love. Still wouldn't feel the heat, it burns in me.
I could walk through fiery burning love.
I could walk through fiery burning love. I could walk through fiery burning love.
I could walk through fiery burning love. I could walk through fiery burning love.
I could walk through fiery burning. I could walk through fiery burning.
I could walk through fiery burning love.
I'm telling you, bro, this show was peak when I first watched it. Why we walk through fiery, because you're walking through the fiery burning love. Did any of your other friends watch the show? No, nobody. The show had a very, very limited audience in America. It was a Canadian show. It's all Canada. It was a show that aired, I think, originally on Canadian cable TV. That got put on Netflix for 2 years and then taken off immediately. Where'd you find this? Netflix. You can't even watch it anymore, I don't think. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. This doesn't tell me anything. Somebody with Netflix check for me. But I don't think you can watch it. No, you can't. It's gone. You can't even watch it. You can't watch it anywhere. I'm Canadian. I never heard of this show. I'm old though. It's honestly, it's not bad. It's not a bad show. If you liked Hannah Montana and Victorious and iCarly, it's in the same vein as that. Basically, there's this like music studio that kids will go to after school, and they are like writing songs and they're doing performances and putting on concerts, and stuff like that. Is it like echo effect on your voice? Yeah, that's my delay for my auto tune. It's off now. Like Lemonade Mouth? Yes, it's like Lemonade Mouth, but if it was in a show. Coke Studios is the adult version, I think. Making Lost and Found, Lost Media is crazy work. I'm saying it's literally crazy work. Please, if you don't do anything else today, if you have no other plans, chat, watch the first 2 episodes of this show. Right? Also, I think this person's a YouTuber now. Her name was like Kiera or something. What is her name? Oh, it's not Kia. That's Kiera. Kiara Graves, I think. Yeah. See Through Me. She did like acoustics of this.
Hello, beautiful.
She's like
people.
500,000 subscribers. I guess she makes like autism content now. Shaving my wife's head. Yeah, she does music content. Good for her. She might need a verse. Go out there, maybe do a collab. Maybe. Oh, her name was Kira. Not Kiera. Kira. Rating my characters was on set T.
Hello, my beautiful darlings. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kira, and I'm so happy to see you. If you are new here, welcome. I am an actor and a content creator. I've been an actor since I was 4, and I've been a content creator for, I think, 10 years now. I think this is my 10 years on YouTube. Yay! Can you believe that? I'm ready to pop.
Good for her. Someone said it's free on Tubi. It's free on Tubi. I'm watching it tonight. That's what I'm doing. I'm watching. I started reading Mistborn yesterday because I dropped it, but people keep saying it's so good, and it's getting a TV adaptation, I think, or a movie adaptation. Oh, you're right. I have to watch Glee. Ugh. It's I have to watch Mistborn before it gets its adaptation. Don't watch Glee. I did see a video on Glee. Maybe it was a Drew Gooden video on Glee. Drew Gooden Glee. No, it was an Eddie Burback video.
I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to go back
so my archives,
to June
into it. I started to my archive. It's so freaking long. I think I'm like on chapter like 70 or something, and I'm not even close to being done with the book. I think maybe chapter like 40.
We're all depressed. My girlfriend says we've watched through Succession twice. We've watched through I Think You Should Leave again. We've watched through all of BoJack Horseman. Do you want to watch Glee? It's insane. And knowing me,
this is also my problem, right? Like everybody watches Succession. Everybody watches BoJack Horseman. I think that's boring. Give me Lost and Found Music Studio. Give me Leverage. Give me some like niche shows nobody is talking about. You feel me? Give me like top 1,000 shows and number 955. You feel me? Like that's where I'm at. Don't give me Parks and Rec. Don't give me Arrested Development. Don't give me freaking The Office. I don't want any of that, bro. You should not put it on the same category as Leverage. I did. Do you watch Defunct Land or Defunct TV? I've seen Defunct Land. You ever watch the show about the gymnastics drama? No. But here's the thing. Lost and Found Music Studio was set in the same world as a dance show. See. Called The Next Step. Yes. Yes. See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I found the connecting thread. The next step was the more popular version, or like the more popular show, but it was made by the same guy. The next step. Yes, 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 yes. So it's made by the same people, but this is about a music studio instead of a dance studio. I've never heard of that either. That's fine. But regardless. Anyway. I got so off topic and so off track, but it was a fun little distraction. I enjoyed that. Any final thoughts? Because I could keep talking about this forever. That one probably had like 5 viewers instead of 1. Okay, chill. Chill on Lost and Found Music Studio, bro. Oliver, thank you for the 5-month resubscription as well. No gaming again? Here's my dilemma. Gaming on this channel will kill my viewership, right? Like, this is the crazy part, right? I can literally go on a 30-minute tangent about a random show for tweens that nobody's ever heard of in my life and still have 500 viewers, but let me turn on any game, it immediately drops to like 200. Immediately dropped to 200. That's insane, bro. Y'all would rather hear me talk about Lost and Found Music Studio while Hassan is live than watch me play a game. That is insane. That is crazy. Do math again? Okay, I will say math games did well. Math games did do well. I think I had the most viewers while playing math games. This was more engaging than Hassan. He's just our newsboy. Like, it was awesome. I can't believe I missed it. Crossword. I think it did numbers. It did well. It did well. I'll say that. You do it again so I can cook y'all? Nah, I was crazy. I was doing crazy. Maybe you played Digimon Storytime Stranger. I did want to play that game. Play Silk Song and that will change. I need to beat Hollow Knight first. Should you do community gaming? People like interacting like that. You finished Infamous on your second channel. I'll watch it there if that's better. Yeah, I'm thinking about just playing some games on my Not the Black channel and then uploading that to YouTube into a second channel or something. That's what I think I'll do. I'll do gaming on a second channel and then I can upload all of that straight to other stuff. D&D with chat is also rolled. I am working on it. I'm working on D&D with chat. I have some things that I'm getting in order. I've made some headway. Like here. What I spent some time doing yesterday and this morning is I was containerizing my bot so that I could put it actually in the cloud so it doesn't have to live on my computer. And I don't think it's running right now. It is running right now, I think. So as a test, can someone type exclamation point high, exclamation point HI? I want to see if that works. Okay, it does work. This is currently running in a Docker container. And then I can just push that to the cloud and it'll work just fine. Carla is back. And so I'm working on like cleaning up. The code was disgusting, right? The code for Carla was absolutely disgusting to look at. So I'm cleaning it up so it looks a little bit better. And then I'm making it work for D&D with chat so that it actually works properly. And then I'm building a web app so I can easily control Carla. I have some things in the works. You're washing her? Yeah, she was dirty. The clothes looked a mess. You see the Sid and Olivia with BLM, Pop their D&D Cherry. Brendan Lee, not Black Lives Matter. Sid and Olivia? Who's Sid and Olivia? Not, the only Olivia I know is Olivia Juliana. I hope not her. The podcast he did, they did a 17-minute one-shot. It's so goated. That's cool. It's nice seeing other people live your dreams. I just want to play. I want to play. I need to find a group in Los Angeles to play. But like, it's scary. There is a game shop that's not far from me that has like a game that runs like every Thursday. My voice is coming back a little bit. I think the singing helped. And it's just scary. Bumble for Friends. I don't know how to make friends. I downloaded Bumble for Friends and I just hated it. I hated the experience of dating apps, and I closed it. Brendan Mulligan teaches us how to play D&D for 15 minutes. I feel like Will would like D&D. He's so into RPing. I think Will talked about doing it before. I don't know. I don't want to end every stream by just saying how much I want to play D&D, but I will do it. I will talk about it forever. I'll show this and then we'll leave. We'll head out. Rules update: politics are banned. The feedback has been received on topics of politics is once again banned. This does not mean political streamers are banned. We do not have any banned streamers so long as they are not discussing politics. Their clips are welcome here. Are welcome. In the event of major news, as a political assassinations, major declarations of war, hard to protect these types of things will not get put in the list. You may request an exception. If we make an exception for a topic, we will accept one political post per streamer. For anyone looking to continue discussion of politics, topics are not being banned on the public Discord, yada, 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 who cares? Yeah, so I also have banned politics after the Stale 2K thing, I think. Yeah, I don't know why this tweet of mine has 50,000 views or likes, 1 million views. That's crazy. Also, apparently this. So apparently PC forced all the streamers to who were following Asmon to unfollow him. It seems like PC is trying to create a more clean image in preparation for going public. This is just a loose theory I have, but if it's true, that would be the death of FaZe Connect. What is FaZe Connect? It's a VTuber agency. It's a VTuber agency. Okay, that's what I thought. Maybe. Dude, whatever happened to V Shoujo? Is it still around? I'm curious. V Shoujo. This was the last post in July of last year. It's shutting down. RIP. It's defunct. All their talent left. I mean, I thought they would get new talent, but I guess they did give it up. That's crazy, bro. What a waste. 300,000 followers, $1 million industry, but like they just got greedy. Talent agency needs their talent. Yeah. How? They were stealing money from their talent. You leave a VOD up? My VODs are always up. If a VOD gets taken down, it's either because it expired or because it got taken down by somebody else. I don't take my VODs down. It'll be on YouTube too. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, you can see it there. But that's where I'm going to call it. That's what we're calling today's stream. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to work on my bot a little bit more. I want to, what's my next goal is I want to make it so that when I end stream, my bot can detect when the stream ends, and then I automatically export the VODs and upload it to my YouTube channels. Because I have a problem of just ending stream for like a month or 2 months, and then my VODs just disappear at the end of the 2 months. So there are some VODs that are just gone, lost of time. But most of my VODs are on a VOD channel called Shonda VODs. Some of them are private, but I want to make it so that it easily uploads there. I need to find a D&D group. I'm very interested. I'll let you know if it happens. Oh, also, I want to watch this Hutch video, but it's 26 minutes, all about Hutch. I don't know if I can stomach that for now. So save this. How about this isn't searchable on Filmont? For some reason I can never find when you talk about something. I don't know why that's the case. Also, most of the VODs are private. They automatically export to private. Or they're blocked because of some copyright stuff. I don't know, it's weird. I'll figure out a better solution. But yeah. Any final thoughts? I see. So you can see it now and be done with it. We gotta watch that show together as a community. I'm telling you, it's a good show. It's cringy and it's like, it's how I feel about watching like Horimiya. You know, it reminds me of my younger years where I was a young lad, and all I worried about was, does this girl like me, yes or no, kind of thing. We sound like she's perfect. She's asleep right now. Nick, they said they hate you. She didn't react. But yeah. That's it. That's all.